Fucking you got everything all loaded up and shit?
Oh yeah.
Alright, bet. Let me get in the character real quick. I'm so tired.
We're doing it, damn it.
New Highly Offensive. What's happening, y'all? It's your boy J Kush, Matt, K. We all in the building, about to get lit for y'all. Create some entertainment. Welcome. Episode 19. You know what I'm saying? It's just short, just one episode short of our 20th. So, you know what I'm saying? We still in our little baby steps, but we getting there, bitches. So expect, you know what I mean, some bigger shit from us as we continue to progress towards, you know, the countdown to 100. So, anyways, what's good with y'all? How's y'all week, man? I don't know about y'all, but I've been suffering, yo. Like, ever since we went to the beach, like, it has been a catastrophic, like, event on my life, yo. Like, something as so casual as a beach trip, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought it was
Take your life. I didn't think it was gonna be that serious. It was so hot.
And it was like my third time in the beach, like in like 3 months. Yeah, so it wasn't
they were disrespectful that day. It was like there was no type of protection.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever gotten burned the other times you've
No.
Nobody did, from what I understand.
I've never gotten this degree of sunburn. And like, you know what I kind of felt like? I kind of felt like I was being barbecued. Because like I was being cooked. Because not only was I being cooked from the sun though, but like I was going into the beach, which is salt water. So now I got salt sticking on my skin, you know what I'm saying? They might as well just throw some pepper on me, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I was out there just being oven roasted in the sun like a goddamn rotisserie chicken. And then I'm just in there trying to go back to work. And then I pulled a 14-hour shift at work the next day, you know what I'm saying? My fucking shoulders was screaming. I'm sitting there with fucking like coconut cream and lotion, just trying to rub my shit down every like couple like, you know what I mean?
Get moisturized again. I know I destroyed you.
Bro, at one point I went to go take off my shirt. That shit was sticking to my skin. Like I felt like a goddamn Hiroshima fucking victim. Like I was like, yo, this shit is just seared to my goddamn. I was like, is this what nuke victims feel like? I was like, shit.
They don't usually survive. They're
No, I know. But
they look like the wall with some shadow.
I was being overly dramatic, but you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, man, like Kayla was telling me that you had like that whole aloe vera rub down.
Yeah,
fucking.
I mean, because that shit was really painful. Like, it wasn't bad. In fact, it just made me mad, like, dark and dry skin real quick. Started peeling a little bit, you know what I'm saying? My face is peeling today. It's like a delayed peel. We went last week and shit. We peeling the whole 5-6 days later.
Well, it's because the sun ain't going, you know what I'm saying? That nigga right out every day, like, what's up, nigga?
Thank you.
Like, you thought.
Again. You know
bro, even like the drive, I had to go to the interview the other day. I applied for this job and I was on my way to the interview and my AC's busted in my car and oh my god, man, I felt that shit. Like it felt like I felt like
that shit fixed, yo.
Bro,
that sun's outside.
No, I know.
Like motherfucking Mario, nigga. Like
bro,
that Mario level where that shit follows you. And it's just mad aggressive, and you trying to run away from that shit. And it's like, yeah, nigga, you're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. Fuck you going, nigga. It's like on top of your ass the whole time. Be like, God damn it, get away from me, son.
Dead ass, yo, man. Like I felt like a Holocaust survivor.
Oh no.
Like you know how like when certain shit triggers you, like for example, right, like for them, I imagine like being around ovens might do it. You know what I mean? Like.
Damn.
But like for me, like that's what I'm
literally going on YouTube for that line. This nigga's gonna It's gonna cut that whole shit out. Goddamn.
Now we keeping that.
I'll bring it up over here.
Well, I dead ass like felt like the re-trauma as like I was driving on the way to this interview. Like I'm sitting there being cooked, bro. Like, and I'm sitting there like I just immediately had that flashback to being on the beach, to just being like fucking microwaved by this goddamn Florida sun, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, man, I felt like a goddamn Holocaust survivor, bro. Like, and not to downplay what they went through, you know what I'm saying? Because what they went through was clearly on a much, fucked up scale, you know what I'm saying? But like, I imagine like the survivors have triggers, certain things that like, you know what I'm saying? Like must instantly trigger those memories for them. Like that, like, that was some shit, yo. It did not feel like the sun was 93 million miles away.
Yeah, I knew it was bad when you said you weren't going to go to the beach no more. I knew that was bad. I was like, I was traumatized for life.
You know, like what else I was thinking about too? I don't know if you remember, but a couple weeks ago on the news, there had been some news that there was some flesh-eating bacteria in the seaweed, fucking being washed up on Florida beaches and shit. And then like we're fucking sitting there swimming, and there was like all that fucking like seaweed and shit, like
our legs and shit.
Yeah, yo. And then like now I'm over here looking like fucking Winnie Harlow, goddamn trying to regrow my goddamn skin. Like I'm trying to regenerate. Like I'm trying to regenerate. Like I'm perfect cell. I'm like fucking, like who do I need to absorb? Because goddamn, I need like to be back to my base form, bro. Like whatever the fuck I'm going through right now is not, bro. It's not it. And like, it's to the point where I don't even like. I don't even want to fuck with my, you know what I'm saying? Like my little baddie right now. Like, cause like, it's like I don't even want her to see my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I gotta keep that thing covered. Like I feel like a fat girl with like little titties. Like just keep the shirt on. Like
damn.
But I hope you're having a better time with it than me. Cause shit.
I mean, I ain't getting nothing like that. Fucking crazy ass tolls. I told Kayla this shit was like $150. Had to pay these niggas. They were eating my booty hole. Talking about $240, and I'm like, I have the transponder. They was like, yeah, but it was in the negative too long. I was like, y'all niggas build me in between cycles. It's only been a month. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's supposed to automatically come out. They're like, oh, yeah, it's set up reverse. So long story short, they reduced 2 of the tickets, but they didn't reduce all 4, so I had to pay all of them at full rate, even though I have the transponder because it didn't refill. So that was annoying. That was probably the most annoying thing that happened all week. Nothing else is crazy. You know, normal stuff at work. Pretty much.
Yeah. Fucking, I don't know. Today, for me, it's been like a weird kind of fucking week. Like, mainly because we've been going through like some supply. I told you last pod we were going through some supply shortages and stuff. And it's been getting progressively worse and shit. And like, to the point where it's just like.
Y'all have no food to make.
Almost. You know what I mean? Like,
does that happen? You can't make no food? It's at work?
Well, if essentially, like, if you run out of patties, yeah, like, it's game over. Like,
what happens if, like, there's no cheese, no pickles, no ketchup? You just bread?
Yeah. Well,
seriously? For the whole price? Y'all better suck a dick, for real?
Yeah, I better get a discount.
Do you not understand how greedy my motherfucking boss is?
Damn, that's crazy.
Like, that motherfucker don't give a shit. Like,
I mean, but
so,
the customer should.
See the direction that you're going.
But, like, I was, that was, yo, one thing that tripped me out, right, about the interview. I should not have gotten the job. Like, because, like, I kind of, like, you know, like, when sometimes you just, like, slip and say some shit that you shouldn't, like, and just be like, whoops, can't take that one back. So, like, we were sitting there talking at the interview and shit, and I was explaining to her about, like, how crazy understaffed we were, you know, like, how embarrassing it is to fucking go through these shortages, like, fucking have to go to the customers, let them know all these things. I mean, again, you know, they're especially when they're paying like the delivery customers, like when the delivery customers order their shit, ain't shit they can do about it, because now they just gonna find out when they get their shit. Like the other day, we didn't have Sprite, we didn't have like.
So what were you giving people?
Just Coke.
Empty cups.
Nah, just a Coke, and just being like, hey, if you don't like it, ask for a refund. Like, and it's just like, it's just to the point where it's just like, do you give a shit?
Not at all.
Like, or is as long as you just keep raking in that cash flow, you just fucking don't give a shit with not just like what we have to go through, because I get that, like, since we're his employees, like, fuck us, you know what I mean? But the customers, the very same people, like, that are gonna generate, yeah, they're gonna leave the reviews, that are gonna fucking, you know, word of mouth, talk to their friends about, yo, man, I was at Steak and Shake last night, that shit was on point, I had a, you know what I mean? Like, instead, like, you don't care. Like, it's just like, hey, get your money, bro. Like, I get it, because I'm trying to get paid too, but
it's more of a, like gratification now. He's not thinking long run. He's not thinking about building his business into something big.
Well, honestly,
He's
like,
thinking about right now what that company can do for him right now.
and since this is my last week, you know what I mean, at work, I don't
You
have
say names.
No, not even.
Bitch. No,
But like, I don't have to pull punches. Like I felt like muzzled a bit because of the whole,
Hold it back.
and I still do, because mind you, we have an ongoing situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna spell it out, but
You know.
you know what I mean? And like, my thing is like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like some people, it bothers me because it goes back to like that whole poor representatives of Christianity, of like, this dude was like supposedly somebody that like was like a Christian teacher that like he went like to like South America to go, you know what I mean, like teach and go help like these like third world nations and shit.
Well, you could do that and still be a piece of shit.
Yes, he can.
Clearly. You know, you can do a lot of things and still be a piece of shit. I always say, like, you can respect people and love them for what they did, but they can still be who they are. So, like, my very good examples of this is, like, R. Kelly. Like, everybody loved R. Kelly's music. Undisputably has good music, but he's a piece of shit. Like, we all know that. It happens with all the artists of all the time. Kanye West, great fucking music, wonderful producer.
Nazi.
Also, a piece of shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about Nazi, but
I mean, he said he loved Hitler. Like,
that doesn't. He said the same thing that I'm saying in a different way. He's saying that you gotta respect somebody that does something that no one else could do, and you can't take that away from them no matter what. You could still say that they're shitty people, but they still did something that nobody else did. So you gotta respect that. You gotta respect both.
I'm just saying,
you know what I'm saying?
when you say that you love Hitler though, and he
But you gotta, he has a mental like illness.
Well, no, I know.
That nigga's a little off.
He got a little tism. You know what I mean? Like,
in the middle.
He's a little
but I'm pretty sure like a lot of people do it. Like, it's just undiagnosed. Like, I'm pretty sure like I'm on the spectrum somewhere, and not to like.
We were just talking about
Y'all were talking about
that I was on the spectrum, not you.
Oh damn! I was about to feel her. Like, I was calling me retarded. Like,
like that nigga Jose on the spectrum, nigga. Wait till we talk about that shit.
Yeah,
I think he kind of retarded, but he got that retarded genius to him. Like,
nah, nigga.
That's not retarded.
He be building them Lego castles and shit.
We all got the tism in us after the 80s and shit because of plastic and pollution. I think it alters everybody differently.
I think it's the vaccines, man.
I mean,
like,
it could be, but I don't know.
It has been proven.
Yeah.
It's a percentage though.
And mind you,
percentage is like 1%. But yes, but 1%.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's higher than that.
It's
Because
1%.
the vaccine courts paid out like $6 billion over like the last like 20 something years.
But it's talking about like people that produce after they're vaccinated. We don't have, you know what I'm saying? Like we've already been produced. We're not gonna just suddenly develop autism.
But for example, what I'm trying to say is that there's such a stigma to claiming that the vaccines might have some negative side effects that it's probably completely underreported and under-researched.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to measure generations of people after they've taken a vaccine. That's what I'm saying. Like, that hasn't been proven either. So
Yeah, no,
that's why
no.
I'm like, hey, the claim makes sense. Some people obviously statistically definitely can get autism from it. That's been proven and undeniable. But the fact that it could be a percentage rate that one can measure in a time span of us actually studying it doesn't make any sense. So like claiming it is like, because like no one can prove either side of it. You can't say it's true or not true. Because you can say that, hey, it's underreported because they don't want it to be reported how many people. So they just cop to it right away and be like, yeah, it causes it, but just 1%. Who in our populace is going to be like, let's study this to see if it would be... They'd have to literally study it for like 20 years to see, hey, did this develop the way that we expected it to because they had to have kids, like a family? Okay, could it be kind of contributing factors as to why they could have got autism outside of... It's hard to isolate that shit, so it's like a hard thing to say. It's like almost like saying, like, I know who God could be. You know,
or like... Vaccines cause myocarditis. It's like it could have, it might have, but it might have been COVID. But you don't know.
Like, if they don't develop it normally, I would say more likely yes than not. If it happens at all, it's like all right, cool. Like I don't know. It's like other things. You could get high blood pressure because of something, but it could be related to how you live. It could be related to how your family is. Like,
well, for me, it's like for example, right? Like I was telling a kid about the other day. There was always this thing called was it SIDS, sudden infant death syndrome, whatever.
When they were dead.
Well, they changed it, and well, they added one for adults right after the vaccines came out. They were SADS. No, SADS, sudden adult death syndrome. So essentially, it's just
about that.
It's just people just fucking just dying, just from out of nowhere, just gone, and it's just like they don't know how to explain why these people are just suddenly dying and stuff. But then you see like also like with the athletes, like the kid that died on the field and then he got resuscitated or whatever. I forget but these people are having these heart attacks, collapsing out in the field, across all the sports, for whether it's NFL, NBA, tennis players. Fucking I'm sure even in MMA they're starting to feel some of those effects, and it's like no one really knows because again when the even the idea that it could have been bad is so stigmatized, they don't even want to look into
look into their own. No one's gonna look into their own shit and be like, hey, it's our fault. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they're worth billions of dollars and they'd be responsible or on the hook for mad, you know what I'm saying, damages.
Like I was talking to
vaccines and like, you know what I'm saying, they'd be culpable to that same level of that. That'd be nuts. They're literally
I was talking to one of my friends at work and shout out to her because she's a big supporter of my music and shit, like, and I appreciate, you know what I mean, like people that do that for the love type shit. But she was telling me that she got the vaccine and like 3 or 4 boosters, and like
she got the vaccine. I got the vaccine, but I only got the 1 and the 2, and that's it. I ain't getting nothing else. I ain't get
well, bro, like it's like
boost up. I didn't get AAA booster, new boost. The reboost, the double boost. I didn't do no boost.
The new dub edition, like.
I was like, nigga, if you didn't get it right twice, we're stop poking me. I'm sorry, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm saying. You got 2 chances, nigga. You said I had to come once, twice. That's it. I don't have to come back for the rest of it. If my body don't work after that, I guess it was my time, nigga. I don't know what to say.
Well, she was telling me that, like, essentially, like she's feeling the side effects of it. Like,
you boosted like 4 fucking times. Like, you're only supposed to add 1 shot of caffeine, like, to you can't add 4. Be like,
but like how how the climate has become because of Fauci, because this nigga was on TV every day, like. Fear,
boosted.
Fucking,
if
and
you've been boosted, you get reboosted.
It don't matter if you're a baby, you get boosted. Like, and it was just like
a boost, baby.
I was like, bro, you trying to kill these babies?
Have heart attacks. It's okay. It's like, wait, it's not okay. My kid died. It's okay. Get boosted.
Because he's the sacrifice. We won't get infected now. Like
it's like now on Tuesday, you release it and you tell everybody. Give it to your little boys, 2 to 12. Remember, they're eligible now, so we can get them back in school. Get them back in.
You do kind of sound like that. But
it's safe.
yeah, like it's
You wear a
like
mask, you're good. Remember that shit? You wear a mask, you're good. You're like, nigga. He's wearing a bandana. Like he's about to rob the place. He's talking about if you wear a mask, you're good, nigga. Like okay.
I was watching Bloodhounds, and one of the episodes, I get because it was being recorded, I guess throughout the pandemic, they're all wearing masks and shit. And one of the dudes, he's smoking a cigarette, but he got like a little hole in his mask. He's just sitting there. I was just like, you got a hole there, bro. Like, if the guy next to you got corona, you know what I mean? Like,
Right through that hole.
but I was
It
just.
was so small it didn't matter anyway because you could wiggle right through that shit. Somebody coughs and you walk into the corona cloud like it's a wrap.
I mean, it's just particles.
Just what's
Like,
happening, bro. Just like if somebody sneezes in front of you, you get a cold. Like it happens still. You can't block it. You don't know how to stop it. And just be real with it. Like don't be like, oh yeah,
but
you'll be less sick if
I don't
you
know
get
if,
it now. You know what I'm saying? After you fuck with your body.
if y'all seen, but the CDC said that there's some new shit that's coming around now too. Some new virus. I forget what it's called. But it's like another like flu like type shit, but it's like it has some weird shit to it. And I'm just like,
You shit through your eyeballs. If you're shitting through your eyeballs, stay at home, okay?
I'm just waiting for fucking Fauci to just pop. If you just get vaccinated, we'll all be safe. And I'm just like,
Get
man,
the vaccine, give it to your babies first to make sure it's safe. If they die, don't worry. You can have more babies. It's alright. Wear a mask though when you give it to your babies. I love how they're like cool with sacrificing other people's kids, but then you find out that they don't even get the vaccine on the low. Like all of them got publicly shamed into getting the vaccine. I remember that shit. It's like, hey, look, you know.
And I still don't even believe they got it.
Kids, and they're like, we're not getting it. Put me full of water. Hit me with the saline. Make it look good. You here for your second saline shot? Yes, I am. You know, good. Oh, the second one hurt. You know, the second one hurt.
You sure that
But
was
I'm good
saline?
now. I'm gonna come back and get boosted next week. Yeah, that shit's crazy. I don't know.
And then worse, like when I remember hearing cases of the schools vaccinating the children without the parents' consent.
Wishing they would.
Like, and I'm just like,
Hey, we're gonna get these little fucking bastards no matter what. Okay, they're getting the needle whether they want it or not.
like yo, like if
Telling the parents shit. They can't even pay for their school lunch. They're getting this fucking shot. Okay. You owe $50, he's getting the shot. Fuck y'all. We'll pay for the lunch though. How about that, bitch? But I found out it was like 25% of the kids in my son's like elementary school were homeless, and they got their lunch like food from school.
Oh.
Yeah, like they didn't eat. That was the only thing they ate when they were there. So, but you know that is sad. School lunch.
super fucking sad. That's a downer.
I look forward to fucking school lunch. You know what I'm saying? That shit is like, man, I can't wait to get that chocolate though, nigga. Come up off that chocolate.
To be honest.
Calzones on Wednesdays.
Those Thanksgiving dinners they used to do.
I like the little chicken patties, the little fried ones. They throw cheese on them. They had those. They had like it was like a fake ass chicken parmesan. They had that. They
And the peach cups.
The peach cups. Were
I've never found those peach cups like the ones that we had in school. Like
feel like that. We had a Snapple machine in school. Full disclosure, I broke into a Snapple machine in one of the schools I was at when I was like a young child in a summer school, and I found out like there was a Snapple machine in like the girls' locker room, and I went down there because no one was there. Like the season was closed, so like it was abandoned. It was just locked. But I found out how to pop the lock with a Metro card. So I popped the lock with the fucking Metro card, went in there, and I was alright, bet. Get in the Snapple machine. So I was like, I don't know how to get in it. So I just stuck my arm in the Snapple machine. You know, I'm young. I'm like, we're like young. And I just went in there and just yanked it down. And I had free
elaborate for a Snapple.
I had free Snapple all summer, so I was selling the Snapple at school. I was like, nigga, what you want?
you had a little cooler next to you with from some fresh
It was
apples.
cold in there, so I was going there, you know, stick my arm in there, and I would get like a order, you know what I'm saying, get my little $10, you know, go home with my $10, get a beef patty, you know what I'm saying, all profit. So it ran out. When I ran out, I was just asked out. I couldn't do anything about it.
You're so stupid.
But this is what happened. It happened. Anyway, topic time. So topics. All right, let's cover. See what we got here. First up, this weird looking lady with the face.
Colleen.
Kind of long.
Her lips are fucking atrocious.
For YouTube, all
6 minutes long. You want to go through the whole thing? Or
No.
cover it?
Just I guess play like the
Play the intro.
yeah.
your ego may be the
She was singing like some
but in
weird
real
song.
life, it's Colleen Ballinger who's facing the music. The 36-year-old internet star, best known since 2008 for her popular Miranda Sings persona, has found herself embroiled in controversy as of late after being accused of grooming underage fans, which she denies. But this isn't the first time she's faced allegations of having inappropriate relationships with minors. Here is a timeline of Colleen's controversies. In April 2020, Irish content creator Adam McIntyre, who started a fan account for Miranda Sings in 2013 when he was 10 years old, posted a video called Colleen Ballinger Stop Lying, in which he accused Colleen of putting him in uncomfortable situations when he was underage. Adam specifically brought up an instance in which she sent him lingerie. In response to his video, Colleen reported an apology vlog acknowledging, among other things, that the underwear incident was, quote, completely stupid.
No, she admitted it.
Admitting, I should never have sent that. She explained that she had been
So come
unboxing
get
items
these
that had been
girls,
sent to her, and Adam asked for it to be sent to him, which she did as a
He
joke.
was
I don't
wearing
know
it.
what part of my brain was missing at the time that I thought, oh, this is a normal, silly thing to do. I should have realized and recognized how dumb that was and never sent it to him, no matter how much he asked.
In a video titled Why
He's
I
10
Left
years
the
old
Colleen
now, you at
Ballinger
this
fandom,
time.
on June 4th, YouTuber Cody Rants shared screenshots of an alleged text exchange between Colleen and her followers. The unverified group text was named Colleenie's Weenies, with the performer allegedly asking her fans their, quote, favorite position during one conversation. On June 7th, Adam McIntyre, now 22, responded with a series of videos on his own YouTube channel, recalling a time in 2018 that Colleen, who was then 31, planned to spend the day with him in Dublin ahead of a show. He said they only ended up meeting for 5 minutes.
I mean,
So what do you think about this Colleen bitch?
Certain people
Fucking
get these platforms and take advantage of it.
I know I seen a video where like she was on stage and it like the whole her whole controversy started when there was this video of this I want to say like a 16-year-old girl that she had on stage, and she had like her legs spread like in front of all these people, and the girl was complaining saying like
give this pussy to the world, girl. It's okay.
saying essentially she was groomed and and yada yada, and
It was a little strange.
after that they slowly kind of been like digging into her past, and like they unveiled like some song where she's just like singing, like I said, some weird shit, which I guess is her bit. Like she's like one of those like I think like maybe like a shock type artist where like they take something that's gonna blatantly like piss people off, like where she did Single Ladies in blackface. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like this is kind of like I guess like her thing is to try to like be controversial and through that like generate some revenue for herself or whatever the fuck. But it's just like I don't know. Some people you let them their track record speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? So that's a case of that, and I'm sure, and I guess because it's a woman, it's one of those. It's weird because no one really knows, I guess, how to address it. Because when it's a guy like my age, then it's it's a problem. It's a whole different thing.
But
when
I
it's
I'd have to look at the evidence against her, because if she just has this bra shit and he's like, hey, send me this. It's strange. It's strange. It's strange.
well, that's what I'm saying. The track record isn't just that though. It's like her having this girl on stage spreading her legs in front of like
fans with positions they like, and mind you, again, these are teenagers. These are not adults.
one of
these are
the
teenagers.
one of the songs that she was singing is like, she was literally saying like, I'm not a pedo or something like that. Like, you can trust me with your kids or something like that. Like, that was like one of her songs that she was singing. Like, that's why I said, like, I mean, her track record, it reminds me of that one creepy TikToker that's like super fat. Like, I think she's, I don't know if it's a female or a male, but to me it looks like a dude, but it could be a woman. Fucking, but it looks like a gay man, like, and but not like I don't know, like kind of like super effeminate or whatever. And all their videos is targeted at children, kind of like, hey boys and girls, how are you doing? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, why are you this old making videos targeting that demographic? Like, even your voice, like, you know how we talk about code switching, like how we change our voices when we talk to white people, like in interviews or fucking whatever the fuck, how we switch over. Like, it was like this person had a whole alter ego for kids, and it was like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
But
I get when people do it with babies, I guess, because, you know, babies, you gotta interact with them in a certain way, so I get that they'll be like, oh, he's so cute. But I don't get when people do that when the kids are like cognizant of what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you talking to kids like that? Like, it's strange. You don't have to talk to them like they don't understand a fucking thing you're saying. It's very weird to engage them like that. They should talk to you like a normal human being at a certain point where they can comprehend. So it's kind of strange when you talk to kids like that. Well, honestly, it just seems like you're trying to like lure them in because they're so innocent.
Like, if the world was probably like filled with people who do good, right? Like, there would probably be like a section of like the NSA that would be just like dedicated to like researching those people and like trying to make sure that they're like doing this shit like out of the goodness of their hearts and not like some sicko mode shit. But the problem is that like those people that are doing that shit are connected with like the people that went to Epstein's Island, the people that still, you know, commit trafficking and all those kinds of things. And it's like, it's an elitist thing. It's a Hollywood thing. And the thing about it and about Hollywood is that they're so open about it. They have, someone had told me, my bad, I watched on a TikTok video where it was saying that for the Satanists to do what they do, in order for them to not receive negative karma for the atrocities that they commit, that they have to put it in your face, whether they decipher it with, you know, symbology or whatever the fuck, but they have to let you know what they're doing before they do it in order to not get the negative karma for it, because then you had to accept what they were doing, like their magic or whatever the fuck. And it's like, that's what that kind of reminds me. Like I said, when she's singing those kind of songs and fucking doing, or like that person making that weird content, it's like they're putting it out there and saying like, yeah, this is what I am. If you want, come this way, like type shit. Like, I don't know, like it just, those people fucking creep me the fuck out, yo. Like,
well, speaking of weird shit, this shit.
Big prisons are extending their reach beyond jail cells to make more money off incarcerated people.
It seems really kind of suspicious that, you know, the records that come out are really geared to push people towards that prison industry.
Including you, Jay-Z. Yes. You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and tortured the souls of young men.
Literally the same people who own the labels on private prisons.
If you've been paying attention to the industry over the years, you've probably heard about how Ice Cube has made it his side hustle to expose the shortcomings of the industry. But it seems even that isn't enough for him, as the rapper has now taken things to new heights. Now, he's not just stopping at calling the powers that be out on the internet. Oh no. Now, Ice is doing full-blown interviews about these people moving the chess pieces in the industry. And it seems Jay-Z's name may have come up in the process. This would ordinarily not raise any flags, as people call out the biggest industry players all the time. But with this one, Ice actually laid a trail for anyone interested in his truth. And what he talked about, don't even get me started on these of big names who have been.
So what do you think?
Is that about the big
Vernon,
four?
Florida.
About the what?
The big four? Oh, I was listening. That's Ice Cube, right?
The big four? I thought it was big three.
I thought it was four. Is it the big three?
I didn't see the whole series.
Yeah.
I just saw that part.
Oh, well, he's trying to make his own basketball league in essence.
Yeah, he's fighting against the NBA.
Yeah, he's asking the NBA to help out, and they don't want to help out. So.
Well, not even just that they don't want to help out, but that they're actively trying to get his shit, to stop him from doing what he's doing. But it's like I like the kind of shit that he does, because that's always been in line with like the NWA fuck the system.
This was because Vernon was the site of widespread insurance. Sorry.
Yeah. Like fuck the system kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like typically, like you get the Jay-Z's where, you know, they start out as drug dealers, they make all this fucking money, and then now they're trying. It's not that they want to escape out the hood. That's the problem, but that they want to be like these billionaire elites that they're trying to mingle with and become part of, like Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now he's paying the price for it, because now he just lost his team. Fucking ain't no, and them white people ain't gonna help him. They ain't gonna pick out for a hand and pick him back up. Nah. But for their Jewish homies, they'll fucking give them a no interest loan and fucking do shit like that. And it's like, these people are the people that move the pieces. And so when you have someone like that, like again, who exposes that the people who own the labels are invested in the prison industries. So it's like they're using their artists to pump out gangster music, so that the listeners commit crimes, so that they in turn make double the money off profits by them going to jail and all this other shit. And it's like, that's the kind of shit that like needs to be exposed, because that's the underbelly of what's wrong with our civilization in America nowadays. Like, why things are so fucked up. Like, for example, like even like yesterday I had made a video where I was talking about the whole Florida shit, about them trying to tell kids now that slavery was beneficial for black people. And I'm just like, are you out your fucking minds? And of course,
in one of the videos, it wasn't one of the clips. I think they blocked it. Somebody blocked it because when I tried to put it up here, it didn't work.
Oh man. Well, they
yeah, basically, fuckers.
The Patriots flooded to those videos, and they were sitting there like saying the most atrocious shit, like pretty much like that black people don't have it that bad, or that like essentially that they deserve what they get, like that they resist all the time, that they only make 13% of the population, but they commit 90% of the crime or some bullshit. It don't. But like if you see like how racist these people are, because most of them, they're faceless Avis. So people that don't even put their face up, they just, you know, fucking use this as a way to get their shit off. And it's just like, it just made me sick to my stomach to see like these are the people that like we, you know, share the road with. Fucking go to the store with
council,
fucking
city councilors that vote in these fucking fucked up laws for our kids and shit. Makes people want to like move to whole different states and not have their kids here. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's unnecessary bullshit like this that we're focused on. And instead of the teachers the same teachers they're forcing to teach this fucking dumbass racist shit to don't get paid enough to teach these fucking kids anyway. So they're gonna just teach them whatever the fuck they have to. But they're gonna hate their job. The kids are gonna get fucking stupid and not be able to do any other jobs except for the basic ones, because they can't go to college because they couldn't comprehend what the fuck is going on because they're teaching them a bunch of shit that never happened. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like, I don't get it.
It don't, because like it almost seems like DeSantis is trying to turn Florida into a elite dystopia. Like, so like it's like a paradise only for like the rich elites, right? By saying, yo, fuck black people, fuck the brown Hispanic people, all that shit, even fuck the poor whites. The only thing I give a fuck about are the money makers. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but you live in a state that is so dependent on these very same people to tie their fucking bootstraps, go to fucking work, fucking whether it is in the service industry, whether it's in the like building construction industry, whatever the fuck, you know what I mean, the picking fruits and shit. Like these motherfuckers go and they're the foundation of that very same economy and the culture even of the state. You know what I'm saying? So when you're sitting there, like for example, imagine Florida without Miami hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine Kissimmee without the Puerto Rican influence. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
people can't afford to live in a state. They can't afford to work in that state. If the state's unfriendly to them, like it doesn't make sense living here. You're not making what you need to make. Then people are gonna just get the fuck out. Like,
yeah,
that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
And all those rich people won't have anybody to watch their kids, to work at their stores, to work at their amusement parks. Like that's what's gonna end up happening.
And then they'll cry and say it's our fault.
Yeah, they
don't want to work. They're lazy.
They don't work. They're lazy. But like, yeah, now, like it's
like I was telling the lady at the interview yesterday. I'm like, yo, like I refuse to work 40 hours a week to go live in some hotel. I was like, you got me fucked up. Like I want enough money where I can afford to live like at a real place. Like the fact that there's people in this state that live in hotels, like
cars,
like. I mean, yeah, the homelessness is ridiculous in Florida. I mean,
homeless everywhere. It's just popping up everywhere.
But there should not be like that subset of hotel housing, because it should like hotels used to be like a really affordable, something that like, okay, if you need to just go stay here, blah 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 blah. But now they're trying to, instead of charging per room, they're sitting there like, oh, well, we could just lease these motherfuckers like apartments and charge damn near apartment prices. So now you got these people fucking staying at these fucking hotels, which should be fucking cheap, but instead it's dumb expensive to work jobs that don't want to pay them a lot. So then now they're just sitting there in this fucking site.
You're stuck because you can't unless you find a better job.
And it's fucking evil, yo. Like I hate this, like, for how beautiful this state is, for all like and it is a beautiful lie. Like Florida is that, because it's like, besides the women in it, but like it's like it looks pretty. It has this vibrant culture. The food is amazing. Then you have like super shitty traffic, people killing each other over the dumbest shit. Jobs don't want to fucking pay. Exuberant fucking inflation.
Horrible car
fucking like
expensive ass insurance, crazy high ass rent, shitty ass salary jobs, like and hourly jobs, like city jobs in general. Like even the city jobs that should be good don't pay enough for you to actually live in the city that you live.
Why you think the cops be mad? Even the cops be underpaid.
They gotta move the fucking. They gotta get houses. The cops gotta get houses like an hour and a half away from where they work at, because they can't live. They wouldn't want to live next to there anyway, but at the same time, they gotta drive mad far away because that's where it's more affordable to live at, to get a house.
Even
or
people
whatever.
that go to college and make a career out
Yeah,
of
like,
themselves
it
don't
don't
get paid. Look at nurses, like the nurses at where mom goes, they get paid $13 an hour. I get paid more than somebody who went to school, who probably owes debts. Like, and I'm getting paid more than.
Could be me $13 now. I'm letting that motherfucker bleed out on the table. Like, nah, you got me fucked up. I quit.
I'm gonna do $13 worth of work.
You got me fucked up. But nah, it's the world that we live in. You know what I mean?
Speaking of the world that we live in.
So something very rare happened today. This guy right here, Patrick, he is the perpetrator of one of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history. And that's not the rare part. I'll get to that in a second. Patrick here, who is a self-described white nationalist, decided to go into a Walmart in Texas near the U.S.-Mexico border and open fire targeting Latinos and ultimately killing 23 people. Patrick, who lived in Dallas at the time, decided to get in his car and drive to El Paso, which is about 650-ish miles away, with an AK-47 style rifle and over 1,000 rounds of ammunition. He started shooting outside of the store and then continued his rampage inside. And now we're about to get to the rare part. After he finished shooting, he drove away from the store, got to a nearby intersection where police were, got out of his car, surrendered, and said, "I am the shooter." And here's why it's rare. Out of the 6 deadliest shootings in America, only one person has ever been prosecuted for their crimes. And that's Patrick. Everyone else either lost their lives by self-infliction or by police. So what did he get? 90 life sentences. The trial went on for 2 days, and they heard from family and witnesses and victims. And the federal judge handed him down 90 life sentences. Patrick here, who is now 24, will literally die behind bars. And I truly hope that they put him in a prison that has a high Latino population. The last thing I'll say is this. It's so sad to me to see somebody who is so filled with hate and anger that not only would they give up the rest of their life, but they would take other people's lives with them. All for ignorance, hate, and bigotry. I have a feeling that this guy right here, he's not going to be having a fun time in prison.
Nah, they getting on his booty over there. You saw how small he was?
Bruh.
So his haircut,
he is not gonna survive the ass fucking that he finna get when fucking they get his little ass.
So you know what they call me?
Pause.
Pitbull,
But
nigga.
like it's just gonna be a different like kind of like
They're going all in his ass. They going 20
well
years.
it's different like when you notice. I don't know if you, it's like American History X. I don't know if you ever seen American History X, but I mean like
Stomp. Have you seen that movie? What? You absolutely have to watch that movie. It's a good movie.
But not just that, but it's like when you live that way and you have that hatred towards people, like when the opposing side got you now lacking, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna learn today.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
deep in them cheeks, nigga.
So,
like Dora the Explorer, nigga. We going on a fucking adventure today in the asshole, nigga. Like they're gonna go deep.
But
so they're gonna go deep over that man.
For me, honestly though, like I would say like, yo, they should bring back like what's it called? Death by getting rifled and shit.
I think the family should get a choice. I think if you get found guilty for premeditating murders to families, they should all get a choice. And I feel like if there are 24 of them, they should all get a choice of what like the vote should be. But they should include things like you'd have to stand there and get punched, you know, or stabbed like 24 times or shot 20, whatever those 24 people wanted. Like I'd give them that, like, hey, look, y'all get to vote because they took your loved one, so we can leave him, you know, at a waterfall hanging from his feet while like little driblets of water get this nigga, and then over a period of time of him not getting food and hanging upside down, his guts will come out of his mouth and he'll die from choking on his own stomach, but it will probably take like 10 days, and we'll live stream the whole thing so his family could feel the pain that
I feel like you thought this out really
I'm
good.
just saying, like, you should get freedom of choice if somebody killed somebody. It shouldn't be enough that we gotta pay to put this nigga up in a prison, regardless if he's getting booty raped or not. He might eventually like it. He might be like, you know what, I don't hate brown people after all. They fill me up and come every day, and I can't help but love them now. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're all inside me. Their DNA's with me. So, you know, I carry them with me forever. So you can't get rid of them. And,
I'm just...
I feel like you should. I feel like you should get a choice.
But
kill your family member. I think you should get a choice. If you want to joust this nigga, I feel like you should get that choice. Like that should be it. The cost would be tremendously low, cause you get a horse once, right? You get the jousting equipment. Boom. That's less than paying for this nigga to be in jail for a year, and you get a show.
For free.
And you don't have to have your hands dirty when you kill this nigga.
But then y'all looked at me like I was crazy when I was saying that we need to bring back like Game of Thrones type shit last week, the last pod. Like I was just saying, like
I'm saying you should get a choice. You know, they chose to take your loved one's life. You should be able to choose how to take theirs. That's what I'm saying.
Of course, I'm with jousting too. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like,
hilarious. And then give the other nigga, like the one that killed him, like a fucked up joust.
Oh no, he don't even get nothing.
He gets
he gets like a styrofoam, like a
and it just
styrofoam.
falls down like nigga, you saw it.
Paper mache.
He just gets poked nigga right in the chest, and his shit just falls apart as he dies. So further embarrassment.
Honestly,
that should have worked. It didn't work.
There's a part of me though that like kind of wishes though like there is not redemption for those people, but a way to try to make them to fix them. Like in a sense that like right, like I wish like I don't know if you remember that Black Mirror episode where they were like giving the prisoners like the experimental drug that made them think they were living like alternate lives, and then they ended up finding out they were still in prison and shit. Yeah. Like
some shit like that.
They need some shit like that to give these people to like I don't know, fucking make them live a whole life with brown people. Like just fucking see what that like and fall in love with a brown girl, had some brown kids, like.
They can only see brown people out do their punishment. They'll take their pupils and everybody's black now. Everybody black. They confuse this shit. Like, how does he look like he has blonde hair and blue eyes, but he's black? Like, it's confused.
Like, there has to be like something to be able to reach, like at the core of these people, whatever the fuck is wrong with them. Like, and I know like for example, right? It's so much easier to just like toss people aside and be like, oh no, fuck, he's unfixable. Fucking delete him, erased.
I think we should. He's gonna sound really Hitler-y, but I think we should put him all in the furnace and set them on fire.
Oh my god!
It's probably the only way.
Yeah, nah. I don't know. I mean,
that's my personal.
Well, for me, like,
because I feel like it propagates through families, and the ignorance won't die. Then murder the fucking bloodlines. Let them all burn in hell, and then we'll be done with it. And then anybody else that wants to be racist after that, fine. We'll put you in a fucking fire too, and you burn alive. And then there's no more racism.
There's no more white people.
I mean, that's their choice.
I'm just saying, like,
you want to be racist, they get thrown in the fire. You get.
White people, I am not trying to toss y'all in the fires. Like,
I'm not saying it. Don't be racist. That's what I'm saying. Don't be racist.
Don't be racist.
You're racist. You should get the bird. That's what I'm saying. But like,
now on the other hand,
all right, they should be able to throw chemicals in your face.
Being racist may lead you to burn in hell in the afterlife. But I'm not gonna toss you in the flames for now.
Yeah, I'm good. Just stay the fuck away from me. I think it's terrible. All right, what's this one about? On to topic number.
Your name? My name is DeMarco Fleming. Are you gay? I'm bisexual. Are you top or bottom? I'm a top, down top, aggressive top. Can you describe what down top means? Down top means, which means I grab you by your back and neck, push your face down, ass up, and fuck the shit out of you, and have you walk crazy for days. Walk crazy for days. Crazy for days, which means you be real sore and you can call me on the phone. Daddy DeMarco, I need help. I'm sore. Give me some Tylenol. That's what that means. Okay. Honestly, I don't think I can handle it, but I appreciate your honesty. I know you can't handle it. I can tell the way you walk, you can't handle it. My dick is big. They call me King Kong in my pants. I know you can't handle it, but I'll make sure I go real gentle with you. You're cute. Thank you so much. I like a gentle. Alright? I got you all. Thank you so much. I cannot kiss though. You cannot kiss? No, I have a boyfriend. He has a boyfriend. I got a husband. What does that mean? You can see the engagement ring on my neck? Do with the program. My name is DeMarco Fleming, right? Period. Thank you again. Oh, it's a pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. You're awesome.
He's aggressively gay.
Your name? My name is DeMarco Fleming.
All right, DeMarco.
How would y'all react if a guy pulled up on you and like was like, well, I mean, it's for you it'd be a girl, but like let's say DeMarco Fleming pulled up on you and was like all aggressive on you. It was like, yo, what's up? Like I'm a
somebody wants to die there. That's what I understand. That's what I'm hearing. You want to die? Okay. Okay, that's what that's.
That's a little murderous.
Yeah.
You want to get murdered, nigga?
You want to go in the oven?
With the racist, goddamn it! You booty raper, he's like, I'll have you walking 40 for days. But nigga, stay the fuck away from me, nigga. It's a little rapey of you. That's what it sounds like. Doesn't sound like you're in it for their enjoyment. It sounds like you're in it for yours. Okay? Stay away from the booty holes. They probably don't, they're probably calling you to find out, why. Who made you mad? Okay.
What about you, Kayla? What are you doing if a girl?
Nah, stay away. Stay away.
Yeah. Give her the vampire treatment? Like,
no,
is that how you get rid of the gays?
I mean, it's flattering. It'd be flattering. But that's too much. I mean, if she'd come with that type of energy, get the fuck out of here. No, it's flattering. You come pretty. You say, but that's.
You too aggressive.
Yeah, that was way too aggressive. He told him he had a boyfriend. He didn't get the shits.
Would you ever pay to get your limb cut off?
That's such random thought.
Would you ever get paid to get your limb cut off?
No.
Hold that thought.
In the late 50s and early 60s, the state of Florida was responsible for 2/3 of all loss of limb accident claims in the U.S., due largely to one town, Vernon, Florida. This was because
Always
Vernon
Florida.
was the site of a widespread insurance scam where residents would dismember themselves for a payout. The problem was so extensive that the town became known as Nub City. Vernon residents would make outlandish justifications for these injuries in their insurance claim.
An alligator was fucking my cousin.
On his own hand while aiming for a hawk, while another said that he shot his foot when he mistook it for a squirrel.
Follows the fucking
These
squirrel.
claims
Well,
generally received payouts of $5,000 to $10,000. But as the scam went on, the claims increased in value as the residents became bolder. This practice finally ended in the late 60s when premium rates became too high. However, among the older residents, many of whom are missing limbs, hands, or eyes, you can still see why Vernon is truly Nub City.
That nigga ain't got shit left. But it don't surprise me that there was a town in Florida where people, like these were the, I don't know if y'all heard about the, there's these people that they're calling themselves transabled, which is essentially that they feel that they should have been born with a disability, so that like if they feel like they have an extra arm, they're just like, you gots to go, and they just like they modify themselves based on what kind of disability they want to have, right?
Yeah. So.
Well, these were the originators. That's all. This is the OGs. Except they just did it for the cash.
Chop your dick off. It's all right. It's okay.
It'll grow back.
It'll grow back.
But
in 2050.
That shit is like.
The dick's not real. It's a simulation anyway. We're living on flat Earth.
That just sounds like
satellites. They're just TV screens.
That just sounds like a kid's worst fucking nightmare. Can you imagine if you pulled up to that fucking town and you're like a kid and all of a sudden you just see fucking old people just wheeling around, no fucking legs, fucking nubs, fucking.
Off pinkies every Saturday for $500.
Scratch my back and I'll give you $20.
I wonder how much they're getting paid.
Instead of $5,000 to $10,000.
Well, they're $5,000 to $10,000, but then it started
more eventually.
It started rising to the point where the premiums got so high that the insurance didn't want to cover it.
Yeah.
But like,
went on for like 20 years. So.
Jesus fucking Christ, man! Like,
it's like, why are these niggas getting amputated over here? They only getting $5 to $10 grand.
Maybe rent was expensive.
America.
$5 to $10 grand back then was probably a fuck ton of money.
Oh, it definitely was.
Small. It's probably like $100 grand nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for them to do it multiple times.
I mean, would you chop your hand off for a house?
No.
For a house, if you could easily replace it in 2023, if you get a bionic arm, if you get a bionic hand.
Nah,
right?
bionic, nah.
Say you got a
hand. Cause I'm gonna crush my dick when I beat my shit. Niggas like, oh shit! How do I unlock?
Get the grease, nigga. Get the grease.
Call Elon.
Karen, come on, I got a problem. Let's run. Nigga, I need your help, please.
Put the pin.
It's got the fucking grip lock. It's a that turbo lock shit it got on the thumbs.
Nah, man.
It's just stuck.
By the time that shit unlocked, your shit is just all like a fucking.
You all went to the next realm and shit. You're like, no, why is it green? What happened?
Nah, I'm good.
It looks like a green thing.
Now, if you could tell me, it'd be exactly the same.
If I could replace a limb,
it'd be perfect.
Oh yeah, regenerate like a lizard. You know what I mean? Like
with an artificial limb.
We apologize, folks.
Just as it did before, I would probably do it. If I had a problematic limb, if I'm like, man, that kneecap ain't shit, man, and it's already fucked up. Fucking replace that shit. That's fine. Man. If it feels and works exactly how the previous one was, and you're paying me a house. Nigga, I'll take the house. I take the house for a kneecap, nigga. What's good?
A kneecap?
I have no problem. Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is to just get a kneecap? Like they're just gonna scoop that part out, and then what are you gonna do? Like, how you gonna fall that fucking kneecap? Like it's there for a reason.
It's not gonna get replaced. I said they're gonna replace it with the fresh one that's just like the original. That was the agreement. They're not taking it away like Dub City. I was saying if they give you a fresh one. Like they're like, hey, let me get your hand for science, but I'm gonna give you a fresh one.
If they have fresh ones, why do we need yours?
For an experiment. Maybe they want to know that it works. You know what I'm saying? Never know. Anyway, speaking of weird shit, did you see this? Or did you send this in, or was this me? The glitch in the Matrix shit? Was that you?
I don't know.
I think that was you.
It was me?
Yeah, I think you showed me that. Yeah.
We don't have to watch this because like they can't see it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we can give them a quick rundown.
You play scared music? Because you can play it.
No, we don't have to play the video. Okay. But like, what constitutes a glitch in the Matrix? What do y'all constitute that as?
I mean, this shit is fucking glitchy. A flying bird stopping midair, or a car that's on one tire like this, not moving in midair is pretty fucking glitchy. I mean, that shit with the airplane and shit.
Happens to me all the time. It's cyberpunk.
No, yeah, that's a GPU stopped working. What GPU
would be? The wire.
Imagine if we were in somebody's GPU. How that would be? That'd be crazy. Like,
oh yeah, we are in somebody's
graphics
GPU.
Processing.
This is God's GPU. This is like Unreal 10. You know what I mean? Engine,
like
fucking
Unreal 5 million.
This is, I don't know, but like it just definitely seems like there's something going on because like again, right, like. This world, it almost feels like every other day, it's whatever we think of as real or like it's plausible. It's like it
erodes away.
Yeah, like there's like this like kind of like imaginary line that divides what we know is real versus what really is real, and it's like.
They said that we're just particles put together. Like all of everything in existence is just, we're like just solid matter that stopped moving and everything else is always there. So even the nothing is always there, that even the something is always there, then it exists in multiple areas at the same time. So like you're always there somewhere in multiple layers of infinity. So it's like, hey, you are the universe. The universe is you. You're part of and everything's put together in a certain way that we can never never understand. So it's like it's almost like the computer never knows that what the fuck we are because we're out here and we made the computer. So how could it ever know what the fuck we are? It's a fucking computer. So it's the same thing for us. Like. We exist in this world that whoever made what, you know what I'm saying? So how the fuck could we ever know what that is unless we reach to a point that we had an understanding of, what, you know? But who's to say we'll ever fucking get there? You know what I'm saying? We live this whole life, but never fucking hear or know what that is or what that could be because we're the fucking computer. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense that anything's fucking possible. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Anything at all. It could be literally anything.
Like I was telling Matt outside, next week, supposedly on the 26th, they're supposed to announce the existence of aliens.
In 3 days.
Fucking, it's supposed to be like some, they may try to it may be some other shit, right? But from what it's looking like it's going to be that. Because of all like the UFO disclosure that's been happening lately, all the
there's some committee that they're asking to meet on that same day, so it's like people think that for sure they're gonna disclose it that day.
But honestly, like it's nerve-wracking, right? Because like again, like it feels like that line is vanishing, and now I have to redefine the world around me. And I feel like a baby all over again, and I'm just kind of like looking at shit, and I'm just like, what is even real? What am I even like in this thing? Like, am I just like a projected, a consciousness projection into carbon that fucking somehow moves and journeys through this thing with, you know, this complete lack of self-awareness and, you know.
I mean, I feel like we must be, right? Like, we can't just be Well, I don't feel like we're just things. Or does everything feel like how we feel? Like your heads feel like how you feel. In their conscious brain, like, are they like conscious of what's going on? Do they know like they're in their own little simulation where they only have to do certain like functions and they're programmed a certain way to feed the the queen and they live their whole life and they think like that's all they have to do. Like they're programmed to do that. So it's like, are we programmed to do this? What does our programming look like? And it feels like we're just randomly doing whatever the fuck we want as humans, but like it feels like we have a level of understanding that nothing else in existence around us does. It's like, damn, that random ass towel cutting. It's like, nigga, we're building a kitchen. I don't give a fuck if it's Saturday. God damn it.
I can imagine how it's gonna sound on the fucking pod.
It's probably gonna sound nuts. But yeah, like, I feel like it's a question. Reality is a question for everything in existence. Like you have to think like that deer thinks everything it's doing is normal. But we're just like, nigga, put some clothes on, go inside, take a shit on a toilet bowl, and watch TV. Like, we're doing that, and like, that's normal to go watch other things that look like us, pretending to be things they fucking aren't. Like, that's not, you know what I'm saying? What else does that? Do we see any fucking animals, like, watching themselves? And when they do, they're weirded out. You ever see a dog watch a dog? They don't even the concept blows their fucking mind. They're like, what is this thing that looks like me doing on there? That thing right there, and it's barking, and then they bark back, and then they're mad, or they see themselves and walk by a mirror. They're like, what the fuck is that? Like, we do such weird shit that nothing else does. And we don't think it's weird that we're just here in the perfect environment for us so that we can, like, thrive and do well. Like, it's just strange and mad coincidental. Like, there's no other examples of that I could see. And everything's set up that way. Like, it's like if you were running a sim game for life, in all existence, and you put everything here, it's just so fucking weird that it's all here. That we're the here of all the heres that could be here. You know what I'm saying? We didn't end up in a rocky planet that throws fucking acid rain. We didn't end up on some planet where it's so hot, like, we don't even wear clothes, or it's so cold we have to wear, like, woolly mammoth beast, jacket shit. Like we had just perfect. You know what I'm saying? As perfect as you could get. And yet we still fuck it up, but like we're still in like the perfect simulation for us to be alive.
Yeah.
8 billion of us. That's a big ass coincidence. Like that doesn't make any sense.
It's like we're inside a giant that room for like the wild beasts in Hogwarts Legacy where they have like that fucking
it's like terrarium or some shit like that.
Like Earth is our terrarium. You know what I mean? Like, and whatever is above us fucking just like cleaning the fish bowl every once in a while. But I don't know, man, like the world is getting way too trippy, and I'm all here for it because my ass is too curious. I'm not one of those people that's satisfied with the answers that I'm given. Like, I'm always been the type that's like, no.
The remote requirement.
No, but they had those where you keep the beast at. What were those called?
Oh yeah, okay,
yeah. It might have been a Crystarium or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah, the Vivarium or something like that.
Vivarium. Okay.
But it's been forever since I played Hogwarts Legacy. My game.
You didn't finish the game?
No, again, I told you I got bored. I got bored of it.
Why you gotta finish it?
I know.
Protego the whole story, bro.
How much did you have left?
I don't even know. I'm probably like 60% through.
Oh, you're almost there.
You gotta do it, man.
But I just got bored of it. And lately, I've been through in such a down place that the only thing that I've thought about wanting to play is Cyberpunk.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Like, Cyberpunk has this allure for me that, like, and I ended up not playing because I just been kind of just like, ugh, I just want to go to bed. I don't want to do shit. But like, Cyberpunk has been calling me. I'm just like, damn, I need to get a PS5 so I can get the fucking Phantom Liberty shit, fucking, so I can replay it with fresh eyes and fucking. But I don't know. It just Hogwarts Legacy. I felt like it just lacked depth sometimes. Like, it just like for example, my 3 favorite open world games are, well, not even 3 probably. Like Grand Theft Auto, I love, Elden Ring, and Cyberpunk. Fucking but if like, let's say you want to include in there like Red Dead Redemption, and even like the Far Cry series, like those are games that are so like detailed that like it just makes you feel like part of that world, like you're just literally living as the character that you're playing. Whereas I felt like Hogwarts lacked some of that, where it was just like the game didn't feel alive enough to make me enjoy the side quests and just exploring around and be anything beyond just like doing the main quests, which I felt like didn't develop the characters enough to make me give a shit about them, to beyond maybe like Sebastian and his like sister or something, that quest and all that stuff.
And you don't even get a resolution for that.
Yeah, but
you kind of do.
I don't know. It just I felt like it lacked that like that life, and like for me, Cyberpunk, it doesn't have that. It also lacks some of that life, but Cyberpunk is like a place of like dread, where it's like you're in this futuristic world where somehow you still have to suffer, which reminds me of like the world that we live in. Like it's like, so there's kind of like this emptiness of like you know, you're solo in this fucking world, and you're just gonna have to get strong and figure it out, because that's how real life is. Like real life is like a game on super hard mode. It's like you're on your own, buddy. Here's some tips and tutorials. Hey, some people are gonna tell you how they did it. Fucking hope it works. Like, all right, fuck. Except it's like on Elden Ring when you first come out and there's just nothing but the hard like fucking like the dude on the horseback ready to whoop your ass, and like it's you gotta figure it out, buddy.
What is that?
It's black.
Fucking Adam 22 leaning the plug in 9 months when she gives birth to somebody.
So what do you think about Lena the plug getting cream pied in by that fucking monster cock? So he busted a nut inside of her.
No. What? Is she pregnant? Dude, I don't know.
No, I'm sure they're not gonna release those details anytime soon.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm sure he already fell. They don't have kids. Do they have kids?
She has kids, yeah, with him, yeah.
No. I mean, he already felt a certain way about the way she was detailing how he fucked her, let alone.
Well, and the thing is, right, like, here's what's fucking funny about this, right? It almost seems like Adam's a pimp, trying to pimp his wife out, trying to get this, like, because of the marketing, it went viral. Yeah, right? But it seemed like he was really doing this because of the views, the attention it got, right? But then, like, when he's hearing it from her, like, yeah, then on top of that, the dude is on a press run. He's going around bragging about how he just like rearranged her insides. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How you ain't shit, and how he just on top of that busted a nut because she ain't been stretched out.
He didn't feel it. He said he couldn't even feel it. He just let it go. He had to let it go. I'm like, yeah.
It's like, imagine now if you're him, like, yo, bro, like, I mean, we already knew you'd fuck the shit out of her. You didn't have to say it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's all set up to feel this way. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it pre-discuss this and say, hey,
there's a possibility.
Like WWE wrestling and shit. We're gonna just hype this up and make it look like we're not. You know, this will bring more attention to it, more news to it, more drawn to it. So when we sell it,
shit, even us doing this. You know what I mean? Like,
put it out there. We're talking about it. So that was the whole point. I think that's what they're doing there.
But I don't think he's that happy with the at least intrapersonally in his relationship.
To be fair, he'd been out here fucking other bitches with his wife at the same time. You know, she let him get countless coochies.
But it's an ego thing, like, because when you're the dude, like, your ego is what drives you. So like now you know there's this dick that your wife is gonna be thinking about that ain't yours, and she's gonna be craving for it. And
she prefers his dick over, she said she prefers having his penis.
If you watch what she looked like getting fucked, and you know what you look like when you fuck her, it's like I said, yo, imagine if your bitch is hitting some high notes, some shit that you ain't never heard her hit before. She's cream pieing and fucking, you know what I mean, like squirting all over this nigga shit. You ain't never seen the waterworks, and then all of a sudden now she goes back to you, and you like, why ain't there no waterworks? Like, cause you can't hit it like that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So like, she gonna be, and then you think she ain't gonna be thinking about that shit when she playing with her fucking? She probably gonna have a fucking dildo in the shape of the nigga's cock, just fucking like, oh my god, just splish splash. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's gonna affect their relationship. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I say you gotta be careful, cause you know what I mean. Like, and of course, having threesomes with. That's why I say you should never have threesomes with your girlfriend. You should always have a threesome outside of relationships, because
like completely cheat all the way with two bitches that you don't know, but don't do it with. I mean, I guess that's what sense.
And it's not cheating if y'all like if it's just
hey,
like
it's okay, go have your threesome. Like,
no, he's saying if you're single and you're just right.
No.
Yeah, I'm saying like if you're single and like let's say like
not in a relationship and fuck.
I was about to say that's kind of but I get why you would say that, because it probably would fuck up the relationship if you were.
Yeah, because like and I've heard this countless times where like the girl will give a threesome to the dude, and it's just like, oh, and when I want a threesome, it gotta be the two dudes, and the dude's like, hell no, like nah, like you.
Well, I'm going to get my two dudes.
Yeah. Like.
Damn. So yeah.
So it's like when
escalation for the plug, she's gonna get double plugged.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like with how, she probably knows her analytics like the back of her hand. What demographic to go for.
And then when we break up, then you can go on and be like a super duper porn star, and he's gonna be all butthurt. And they're gonna split the money in the back end.
Is that what she was before?
No, she was like an amateur internet thought. You know what I mean? That turned amateur porn star, fucking, and became relevant. But like, I don't know, man. Like, to me, she's not that fine. So like, I don't see her lasting like longer than like this is probably like her run, and it's like her max contract. Fucking get your shit while it's hot, fucking, cause. And it's just a natural thing, like, looks fade, and especially like when you're in that kind of industry, like those people, they're constantly, doing cosmetic surgeries and fucking all kinds of shit to try to keep up, but your body don't keep up with that shit. You be seeing it on some of them people, like they be looking hurt, like some of them celebrities, cause like Madonna now, like Madonna look like a damn alien. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got the big forehead, eyes all like, I'm like, bitch, like, stop. So I'm going to the doctors. Kylie Jenner over here like, oh, this is my original face. I've never gotten plastic surgery done on my face.
I'm like,
bitch, we can literally Google what you used to look like. Like, at any
at 18, no lips, nothing. Where the fucking lips come from? She means surgery though, so she's probably like, oh, Botox don't count as surgery. We're trying to be slick and shit. But lips were not them lips from before. Them lips before were different lips.
But I bet you Kylie Jenner at 40 ain't gonna look that great.
Probably not.
Like because she'll have been like the side effects that come with all that shit, like, and that shit will catch up to you. Just like I'm not gonna be doing that great at 40 probably. My lungs like screaming, you cigarette smoking ass nigga, like stop it, like. But that's the price that I pay for what my vices. But I don't know. It reminds me of a Nip Tuck, like that the people. It's just like they get so addicted to the idea of being this perfect version of themselves that they never feel like it's perfect enough. So it's like then they find some other small, oh no, get that thing underneath the jaw. Oh no, I think my neck muscles ain't tight enough. You should just, just make sure you reupholster my shit real quick. Oh no, the titties, yeah, now the left one kind of sagging a little bit. If you could just like make sure that
and take a little bit out of the titty. I had too much in the titty. I like the titty weight like this. So it's fucking up my asymmetry when I.
You know why you don't hunt with?
Bless you.
So somebody going off with somebody.
You know why you don't hunt with an AR-15 with a deer? Because there's nothing left. And there's nothing left of these kids when people go into school and murder them while they're trying to read. You guys are worried about banning books. Dead kids can't read.
Wait, what was that?
Dead kids can't read.
Marjorie Taylor Greene thought it was a smart idea to challenge the congressman from Parkland on the issue of school shootings, and I think it's safe to say it did not go well for her.
338,000 kids have experienced gun violence in this country. The number one killer of school-aged children in this country, gun violence. How do you think for the parents who have had to bury their kids, who have had to decide what to put their kids, what kind of clothes to put their kids in when they bury them, or what kind of box they have to pick out for their child, or for when they come home and that room in their house is empty? What do you think about for the parents who have all their kids' stuff and they don't know what to do with it? What do you think about the parents? No high school graduation, no college graduation, no wedding, no grandkids, no future. What do you think those parents who have buried their kids think that we're holding a hearing to talk about DC public urination? Speaking of crime, Republican on Republican crime. Former President Donald Trump held a rally in Waco, Texas with his Rasputin Ted Nugent. He said the number one national security threat to this great nation isn't Russia or China or DC crime, but is an 81-year-old slip and fall survivor in Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. I'm just wondering if we're going to find time in between some folks here attending the next rally to celebrating Timothy McVeigh, if we're going to find time to hold a hearing on mass murder in schools. When are we having that hearing? We want to talk about crime and murder. Let's have a hearing on murder in schools. It's murder. Is there any question? I'll yield to anyone on this committee who disagrees that murder in schools is not murder. I yield.
Welcome to Jump Rock.
It's murder.
I got tired of hearing his voice.
I think we can
to be honest.
This one's some mine shit.
Each year.
Okay. You go on to this is military spending.
Yeah.
I think it's quickish.
The military spend on Viagra each year.
I don't have that figure.
About 41.6 million. Do you know how many bridges in my district of Pittsburgh could be repaired with that amount? About 2. The rebuilding of the Fern Hollow Bridge, which of course collapsed the day that President Biden happened to be coming to Pittsburgh, cost about $25.3 million to rebuild. How much did the Department of Defense spend on snow crab and Alaska king crab in 2018?
I do not have that amount.
According to Open the Books, it was $2.3 million. Do you know how much the Pittsburgh City Council spends each year serving the county's unhoused population? Only $1.2 million, but they're certainly not being served Alaska king crabs. How much did the 2023 National Defense Authorization Act authorize for shipbuilding?
I do not have that particular figure.
Yeah.
The total amount of contract obligations in 2022 was over $400 billion.
For shipbuilding, it authorized $32.6 billion. Do you know how many school lunches that amount could provide to hungry children in America, where for the 1 in 8 children who go to school hungry, that may be the only meal they get? All of them. And then some. The school lunch program cost $28.7 billion in 2022. How much is the F-35 joint program estimated to cost the federal government to produce, operate, and sustain over its lifetime?
I believe the GAO cited that figure. I don't have it in front of me, but we can get that for you.
It's about 1.7 trillion, enough to completely eradicate student loan debt, according to the Government Accountability Office. Between May 2018 and October 2022, about 1 million F-35 spare parts worth 85 million were, quote, lost, just vanished. Losing millions of dollars in assets is unacceptable.
So, what do you think about that?
I think it's fucking crazy how much money we spend on defense. It's fucking crazy. Like, I get why we want to be defensive, but at the same time, it's like, what are we gonna be?
Is that money really being used all for that?
But I'm saying, that's what are we left to defend at the end of the day? If you're spending all your money on it to defend something that's eroding away, it's like protecting a refrigerator that's broken. You know, don't get my food, and you're like, nigga, the food is rotting. We have our own refrigerator works over here. We don't want your shit in your fridge. You're like, fuck you, and it's like the temperature's getting warmer and the shit's just going worse and worse, and you're like, why is it just it feels like we're protecting something that's falling apart and we're not taking care of the fridge on the inside. We're just trying to protect it from the outside and be like, hey, look, we're gonna defend this land, but we're not going to treat the land right. So it's like, I don't know. It's like owning a poppy field with insects that are eating at it slowly. But you're like, don't come over here because this is worth a lot of money. But you don't really take care of what's in there, so it's going to fall apart anyway.
Well, it reminds me of like on 9/11 when on 9/11 happened, the Pentagon lost what, like $7 trillion or some shit like that. Then not too long ago, they lost like another $6 trillion or something. I mean, I don't know, but and the trillions at that too. And it's just like,
when we invest in clean energy and
how do you lose that kind of money, but like, how do you even hold them accountable for it? To be like, yo, no, go find that shit. Like, that's $7 trillion. You know how much you could do with $7 trillion, the motherfucker. You better go find. You better dig. You better go look through them records. Find. We're gonna do something. Get the IRS. The motherfucking IRS good as shit. They found me quicker than motherfucker like my audit. So like, audit these niggas. See what the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, and then do something about it. But like,
they're all intertwined.
No, I know. It's because it's all compartmentalized. It's the subsets of each other. But like, the fact that can happen when we're talking about money that is like fundamentally world changing. You know what I mean? Like, we could end world homelessness, world hunger, fucking kind of money, and you're just like, oh no, we lost that. The fuck?
And the fact that we're so nonchalant about it, not like you're saying, not asking.
On crab and shit, like crab, nigga, crab. Like.
When we invest in clean energy and electric vehicles and reduce population, more of our children can breathe clean air and drink clean water.
Yeah, that's strange.
So what do you think about the vice president saying that when we reduce the population, our kids can breathe better air?
That's funny. Makes sense.
It does. To me, it makes perfect fucking sense given what they just made, not just, but what they previously made mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Like,
in Iran, the heat.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I think it's nuts. But, yeah. I don't know. I think it was a slip up. I think they fucked up on that one.
I mean, it's definitely a Freudian slip, but again, like, it just gives you insight into the ideology behind all their movements of what they're doing and all this shit. Like, so again, how are you supposed to trust? And when the CDC says, hey, there's this new virus that just came out, blah, 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 be careful. This is what you should and shouldn't do. How am I supposed to trust those very same people when those very same people
Pardon me?
Enablers for
300. Individuals who get rich while pushing to overspend our tax dollars.
I don't know.
Who are defense lobbyists? Mr. Mansfield.
Waste for 200.
Waste for 200.
I'm really counting on you here, Mr. Mansfield. A program that is $183 billion over budget and 10 years behind schedule.
Damn. That's like 83.
What is the what?
The Joint Strike Fighter program.
What? That's correct. What is the F-35 program? Correct. Mr. Khan.
For y'all that can't see it, just playing fucking
Missing guardrails for 200.
Missing guardrails for 200. The institution that has authorized more defense spending than the president requested for the current fiscal year.
Yeah.
Who has authorized
Army.
more defense spending than the president requested for this current 2023
More
fiscal
than.
year?
Yes, I heard that.
Services Committee.
We'll give you that. Who is? Congress. Mr.
crazy.
Tenaglia, I'd really love to see you get one right here. I'm rooting for you.
Missing guardrails for what?
That's that white lady
Missing
with the
guardrails
glasses.
for 100. This one I think you're going to know. A review that every agency has passed except the DoD.
What is an audit?
What is an audit? Correct. Mr. Mansfield.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy
You're
that we gotta.
responsible for losing $965 million, which is almost $1 billion.
That's crazy how you don't even hear about that
Should
shit.
the person responsible for those losses keep their job, yes or no?
I don't know that would be.
You don't have an answer. Okay, so what's the plan going forward? Do you plan to stay with the defense travel system for another 25 years? Do they plan to start from scratch, and how much more money is going to be wasted?
I would defer to the Office of President.
No more. So nobody has any answers. That's the thing. When we have these hearings, you guys come to our committee, we have specific questions, we want specific answers, we're wasting billions of dollars every single year, and no one that comes before these committees ever have any answers. They have no solutions. So like, what are you guys doing? I don't understand. And quite frankly, I've been up here for 2.5 years. I've been very jaded in a very short period of time. I don't know if it's incompetency or ignorance. Like, I really don't. And I don't understand why any of that is okay. It's not okay. In the business sector, if you lose $1 billion, you lose your job. Or you have an audit. You have to pass an audit to get, as we've heard today, to get financing, to get lending, to get the bank to do business with you. And yet you just have a free check, a free pass. All these agencies have a free pass from us, and they're going to get another free pass. DoD is going to get another free pass today, with no one being held accountable, no one being held responsible, no one taking responsibility, no one's in charge. Like, I just don't understand the incompetency with any of this. I don't get it. I'm not impressed. We're just going to basically shrug our shoulders and just sit here with our hands, crossed, that we're just going to continue to waste billions of dollars. No one's in charge, no one's responsible, no one's ever going to be held accountable, and everybody gets to keep their job. And it's wrong, and it's bullshit.
Ooh. Caught them on their shit.
But more
Had
they're
no
doing.
problem doing that. I like watching those type of videos.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fucked up.
But it's like you say, how do we
All you can do
challenge
is,
that?
there's
How do
nothing
we-
you can do. I don't think.
So none of my TikToks about climate change are going viral, but yesterday at the Persian Gulf International Airport in Iran, the heat index hit 152 degrees Fahrenheit, 66.7 degrees Celsius. The earth is burning, people, and TikTok does not seem to care. Tax the fucking rich, forget about oil. We need to do something about climate change because humans cannot survive in 152 degrees weather.
Yeah, that shit is atrocious. 152.
What your car mark today? It was 106.
6, yeah. 106.
Anything over 100, like, it's like you better be walking around with like a fucking ice cold water bottle.
That's Vegas. That's
But
degrees less than Vegas.
yeah. But let's try to talk some in between because I feel like we're just. I just don't want, because I know like when I do the editing, I'm probably gonna take certain parts out just because it feels almost like we're just watching videos and then like not really covering the certain things. You know what I mean? Like, so I want to make sure that we get like enough combo, like so to, you know what I mean? But no, like I was talking like we were talking about earlier about the heat wave. I mean, like, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now with the world that, like, I don't know if, like, if there's that second son, Sirius B, maybe like that's just, bruh.
Murder us?
Yeah, something, because it's like I had never felt that way on the until I got cooked on the beach that day. Fucking Dubai. I know when I was out there. I mean, it gets hot out there. It's the fucking desert. You know what I mean? Like, the hottest I've ever seen it was like at 135 in July. 152. Like that's like I'm expecting my skin to just slide off like little by little. You know what I'm saying? Like get a little crispy. You know what I'm saying? A little crunch to it. Like fucking one of the things I had sent in. I mean, it was a flight in I want to say Delta, where the AC went out in mid-flight, and it got to 111 degrees in the cabin. Fucking people were shitting themselves and passing out fucking from the heat. Like, it's like, yo, what the fuck is happening that, like, all of a sudden, like, now we're being scorched because we're clearly not adapting to it. Like, I'm Puerto Rican. I thought I could adapt to that sun. No, the fuck I couldn't. Like... so what the fuck is going on then that's like that's causing this rise in temperature that is, you know, it's completely unforeseen like before, because it's not like it's like that much hotter like record wise like temperature wise versus maybe like the last couple of years, maybe like
I mean, it's the hottest it's ever been in history according to recorded history. Allegedly.
But I don't know. It just definitely seems like something's wrong, and it's gonna suck, bro. Just picture like if it gets so fucking hot that like the rivers started to just like evaporate, and like the waters of the world started evaporating, and there was just like no shade and no like trees, no fucking. And we're just like hiding underground like fucking mole rats and shit.
We lose our eyesight. Come like that TV show See with who the fuck's in there? Jason Momoa and See. We end up like that. They're all blind and shit. Like little blind mole rats.
I don't know, man. So, but whatever's going on, we need to fix this shit. Like, I don't know if we need to like develop like some kind of science project where we can build a shield around the earth to like protect us from the sun or something. But like NASA, all that money y'all been using, come up with something to shield us from this sun, because goddamn, I cannot take another day like that day at the beach. I know those people on that flight cannot take another flight like that. People in Dubai, fucking, I know them camels, like they got like the whole humpback so they can store water and shit in them bitches. I know them shit's probably feeling depleted as fuck by now. 152 degree weather, yo, like.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But,
Kevin Durant got flamed, roasted, cooked, barbecued all in one by comedian Ryan Davis. Funny as hell, by the way. If y'all know on Twitter, you haven't seen the video, stay tuned. I'm gonna play it for y'all right now, bro. He cooked KD with straight facts, bro.
I was a trash beat. I'm like, what is it fuck me for? Dang, bro, why you get personal? I ain't talking about that monstrosity sitting on top of your head. I kept it basketball. You said that offense wins championships instead of defense winning championships, and I disagree. I said it's probably the thinking that you have is why you haven't got close to competing for a title since leaving Golden State. Because during Golden State's run, they had a top 3 defensive efficiency. That's a fact. Since defense isn't as important, explain this to me, A. Kane Jr. In the modern era of basketball, the Hall of Famers with the most titles, Kareem, Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, Kobe, Tim Duncan. They have at minimum 8 all-defensive selections. Not a bunch of scoring titles between all of them. All have a significant amount of all defense selections. You know what Kevin Durant has never had? I know you're thinking waves, and you're right. But Kevin Durant has never had an all defensive selection. The funny thing is, the only team that has had a bad defensive efficiency and still won the title is the 01 Lakers. And they had Kobe and Shaq. And ironically, both of them were all defensive selections that year. So even when there's a bad team defense, you still need your best players to be top tier on the defensive end. But I'll do you one better. You know who put an end to that Lakers dynasty? The Detroit Pistons. The only Hall of Famer on the team is Ben Wallace, who averaged a whopping 6 points a game through his career. Defense. But I wouldn't expect you to know anything about defense, Kevin Durant, because playing defense takes heart. And after you joined the Golden State Warriors after losing a 3-1 lead to them, we all knew you didn't have heart. Instead of wanting to run it back, you went ahead and joined the team that knocked you out of the playoffs. But my question is, why would you join them if scoring is what wins championships? Because you were the leading scorer in the league the year before that, and Russ, your teammate, won the scoring title the year after. You, the two best scoring dudes in the entire league was on the same team. Why would you leave? And even though you were supposed to be the best scorer in the league, you were up 3-1. And what did you do in Game 5? You went 12 of 31 from the field. What did you do in Game 6? You went 10 of 31 from the field. So either the Warriors locked y'all up defensively to get past you, which would make defense more important, or you're a choke artist. Which one is it? Which one is it? And then you have the nerve to name yourself Easy Money Sniper. You know what a sniper is? A killer. You know what a sniper is? Accurate. Those are two things you are not whenever a team is dependent on you to carry them to victory. You miss everything. That's why it makes sense that you went over to Golden State. They had already shown that they were killers and that they were winners. See, you only look like a killer whenever other killers are already in the room with you. You're like, not a sniper, you're the dude with the pea shooter. You just add a little bit on top, like the nigga in Harlem Nights.
That nigga went ham.
See, basketball, when the team's best player gets hurt, the team suffers tremendously. When you got hurt in the playoffs when you was with Golden State, they still won the Western Conference Finals. They still went on to the finals. And if Klay Thompson didn't get hurt, they probably would have won without you. Which is what Draymond told you to your face when y'all were arguing. That they were winning before you, and they'll win after you. And you left Golden State after that. And what they do? Won without you. Because they didn't need a pea shooter. See, Kevin, you're just a scorer. And not only are you a scorer, you're a scorer who doesn't score whenever your team needs you to score the most.
Damn.
See, if offense was what it took, then Mike D'Antoni would have several rings. That Phoenix Suns offense was the best offense I've ever seen.
He fucking roasted
him. They got Steve Nash, 2 MVPs. That's twice as many as you, by the way, Kevin. Why doesn't Steve Nash have a ring? He doesn't even have a finals appearance. But you believe that offense is the way to go. So when you left Golden State, you went over to the Nets and you had them hire Steve Nash as your coach. You're the best scorer. He was on the best offensive scoring team of all time. All this offense, you added, you know what I mean, James Harden, and you added Kyrie Irving. So much offense. Why you get swept in the first round of the playoffs to the defensive-minded Celtics? Mr. Offense, explain it to me. Explain it to me.
My nigga ran.
That was more abysmal than the aerial view of your scalp was your shooting percentage in that series. But even though I've given you all these facts, you probably still disagree with me because you're an idiot that doesn't care anything about
part of the podcast.
So you want to continue to stack your Phoenix Suns team.
He's a member in it.
I suggest all you scoring niggas focus on the defensive end because your scoring is good enough that you're going to score anyway. That's how you win the title. But go ahead, try to outscore everybody. And you and your cradle cat will be sent home again in the playoffs.
Can we please have a moment of silence for Kevin Durant's career and also his hair?
Damn, son. They broke
some. Bro.
About this thing, yeah.
That reminds me of like, have you ever been like roasted like so bad like that you like damn near either cried or like you had to run away like in school? Like you ever had like that one nigga that could just was like a roast master?
Bad, but we had a fight after. We were fighting for that shit. But I was throwing hands. But yeah, I've definitely been roasted, but I was swinging after that.
What's the most fucked up shit you probably heard like as a kid?
I don't know. Like your mom's dead. Fuck your mom. Like shit like that. You know, it's probably the worst.
Remember there was one redhead kid named Nathan. He used to, he was like he was a school shooter type. You know what I mean? Back before school shootings were popular. And
harsh mafia and shit.
This motherfucker, like, he would get bullied by it because he was just a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Like, and one day I remember, yo, like, we were in class and a fucking roach came up out of his clothes, like out like the back of his neck, and started yo, and everybody saw that shit. And like, when I say that, like, they ethered this nigga into oblivion. Like, I mean, I don't know how he didn't come back and shoot up the school. You know what I'm saying? Like, with how bad they gave it to him that day. Because, like, they were like, they were all just talking about how dirty he was, how his mom don't clean, and fucking, how poor he was, and this and that, and fucking, yeah, yo, it was bad.
I was just talking about this. People passing out from it being so hot, they soiled themselves. Yeah, that's when it's time to not travel. I don't want to travel in this fucking.
Yeah.
What airline is that?
Delta. But it happened to Spirit too the other day.
Oh, really?
Spirit, right there, yep. They were on a flight.
Hot as fuck.
What the fuck is going on here?
And like all of a sudden the cabin started filling up with like this like smoke, like, and they're just like, what the fuck? Like,
So I just watched.
And it was just the heat from the plane?
no, I don't know. I'm guessing it was like the cooling system. Like someone must have like busted or something, like, and just maybe started spraying too much coolant or something, and so it started fogging up. I don't know, but like, remember I was telling you about that's a lawsuit. Like, because they have the servicing checks in between flights. That's what they're supposed to catch, that kind of shit, so that when they're in flight, you have 100% operation efficiency. And when you have like major component breakdowns like that, like
checks them.
It's a major risk. I mean, it's a flight risk. It's an insurance risk. So it's not good for them, you know what I mean? Like, and it's a marketing risk, because I mean, like, now look, people imagine now when if every time you think of Delta, you think of people being so hot they shat themselves in their flight, you know what I mean? Like, because the AC went out. Or in Spirit, fucking people thinking that they're about to be a spirit, you know what I'm saying? Because every time they fly with them, it's like they flying with God. Like, you don't want that to be the face of your company. You know what I'm saying? Like, before, like, airline companies were a little bit more reputable. Like American Airlines. I remember they were expensive as shit. Like, but I loved them because you knew you were gonna get some good. I remember
quality, some
good food. They come out. They had little
telephone,
little options. Like, yo, you want the barbecue chicken or you want the whatever the fuck bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you be like, yo, let me get that. Now you get on these flights and they like, yo, is there any food? We got some peanuts.
Nah, they charge you for that shit.
No, I was about to say that. They charge you for the shit, but it's like, they don't even have fucking food. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's a 3-hour flight, my nigga. I'm gonna need more than some peanuts. Especially if I can't bring any goddamn food on this bitch, like, from other, like, then you better fucking have something for me. Like, the fuck? But these people, like, it's like they're people just like my boss. Like, fuck the customer experience. How do we rake in all the profits? Like, and it's just like, well, should we fix the AC? Nah, I think we can hold on for a little bit. Fucking, oh shit, well, I'm worried about that now. Just give him a couple first class tickets and it's all right. We'll make it work.
See, there's another airline video freak out.
So I just watched this video about a guy freaking out in the China Airlines, and as someone who understands Mandarin, let me just translate what's happening. So obviously he was freaking out. A lot of what he's saying does not make sense logically. So the first thing that I heard was that he was saying they were not humans, essentially. They were like humans below the earth crust, if you will. I don't know what that layer is called. Then he was saying that this is the 6th
time already, the sixth loop, if you will. He was telling all the passengers to call their families because the plane's gonna crash. It's gonna be like MH370. That's legit what he said. I'm not going frame by frame here, so it's based on memory. I'm sorry if the sequence is a little bit messed up. At this point, one of the air students rushes past the cameraman, and the cameraman was like, "Don't panic." And you hear the airline notification telling every passenger, "Don't panic, just stay in your seats." A lot of other passengers remarking that it's really scary, and I hear some of the male passengers going, "Why are you so scared? There's a lot of people around you." By this point, I'm just directly translating what he's saying because I cannot make sense. He started screaming, why are you slaves? Why are you working with these people? Is your life just worth that much? I don't want to be a slave to working for them, and he doesn't want to do it anymore. That's about all I could actually translate out of the actual video itself. From the video caption that was uploaded from the original poster, he says that this man saw someone changing their batteries behind a curtain and he freaked out. Obviously the video caption is also very badly translated, so there may be context missing. Anybody actually has the original video with the Chinese captions, then it would be a lot more clearer probably. This might answer some questions, this might not, but hope this helps. And I hope that all the passengers and flight crew from that flight are safe.
What happened to the flight? They make it?
Yeah. That motherfucker there is not real. Like I said, this is like the third or fourth incident of this happening. Like, where people are just freaking out before their flight and going, "Yo, somebody back there ain't real." And it's like, and it's not just in the US. Like, you see this is in China. The other one, I forget where it was. I don't know if it was like Malaysia or some shit like that. But yeah, this is some weird shit. Because again, we're at the brink of the government coming out and saying, "Yo, aliens is real," right? You got random people all around the world freaking the fuck out on flights going, "Yo, that motherfucker back there ain't real." Like, the fuck you mean he ain't real? But it all goes back to like what I was trying to say a long time ago, which was if the aliens came, they probably stayed. They probably here, they're probably the government, they probably already intermingled and created their little hybrid babies, and fucking those hybrid babies grew up. You know what I mean? Like, and how do you distinguish them from, like, I don't know. But maybe some of them people got some kind of tism, you know what I'm saying? That lets them see something about them people that most people wouldn't see. And they're like, "Oh shit, that nigga is not real. That is, get me the fuck off this flight. I'm seeing shit. You see that motherfucker? Y'all don't see that shit? Oh no, I'm out."
Put on his batteries, son. I see that nigga.
Now, if I see somebody putting on some batteries, like, I'm out of there too, bro. Like, who needs batteries? Like, something. Imagine like this nigga like Chucky just pop open a little battery pack and just. Nah.
No, this is not just a fish, but something we are never supposed to see. Many scuba divers in Taiwan have found the 18-foot, 600-pound doomsday fish. The fish is known to run to the surface only when many humans are about to be in danger. According to Japanese mythology, the oarfish only rises to the surface when bad things are soon to happen. Many people were terrified to see it right before the 2011 Fukushima tsunami, earthquake, and nuclear disaster. Japanese people saw 20 doomsday fish washed up on the beach. Then, in 2019, several oarfish rose to the surface, and you guessed it, Japan had a huge blackout alongside one of the worst earthquakes there at a 7.3 magnitude. You might think it's a coincidence and just fish, but oarfish naturally live 1,000 meters or over 3,000 feet below the surface of the water. So why are they being washed up at the surface now, and what are they running away from that we can't see? However, experts say that this is just mythology, and regardless of all the coincidences, there is no basis to the claims. So we'll be okay, or we'll all hop on Elon Musk's rocket ship.
I don't know, man. What do y'all think about that? Like, I'm like from...
Picture, they big.
Yeah. The first thing I thought was, damn, that shit look probably tasty and motherfucking. My instinct, I don't know if it's because I'm a human, but instinctually all I thought was kill it and cook it. Like,
shit and time to put on the grill.
But these motherfuckers, they're like, yo, that's some mythology shit. Like, when that shit pops up, shit's about to go down. And again, like, they found a lot of the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like I just seen them all over my TikTok lately. So now I'm like, yo, again, next week the government's supposed to announce this and that. People, the dude in Puerto Rico, seeing the shit that he saw, like all this shit and going on in the world at once. And those fish are supposed to be an indicator that something catastrophic is on the way. So
yeah, keep it away from me.
Yeah, nah, no doubt.
What the fuck is this?
So before you play it, you guys haven't heard of the people doing the AI lives?
No.
Alright, so this is the most random shit, right? But apparently these niggas is getting rich off of it, so now everyone's hopping on. So people are acting like NPCs on live. So they'll start a live stream, right? And then they'll act like an AI instead of like a person. They'll interact with the audience like if they were like, you know, like a robot kind of thing, right? So some people will dress up and they'll play characters like Spider-Man or whatever the fuck. But some people will just do themselves and they'll just get on there. And so like, they'll do like this like weird hand motion like, and just like interact with the, like, so when, you know how when we went live on TikTok, how people would send gifts? Well, when they get the gifts, they'll read out what the gift is. So they'll be like, ooh, thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses. And like, yeah, you're like, and they just like, they change their voice and I mean, all kind of weird shit, right? So people are doing this for extended periods of times. Like there's this girl who's famous for it named Pinky Doll. She does it for like 6 to 8 hours a day of just pretending to be this AI, but she's making $7,000 a day off of it. So now everyone wants to do that now.
Yeah, too. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the problem is that, so now like all these motherfuckers is just like doing this weird shit, trying to like hop on this trend to catch money. And some people, it's working for them, like Kais and that, and a couple other streamers, you know what I mean? Like they're getting their bag. But if you watch it, it's so fucking cringe. At least to me, I'm like, I can't picture walking somewhere and just seeing a grown ass adult doing that shit and just being like,
this is normal behavior. Yeah, that's weird.
No, I get it. You make $7K. I'm at my shitty job, but like, that's fucking weird. Like, I don't know.
That was good.
Thank you
for the glizzies, the big glizzy.
And the question is, who the fuck is donating? Like, who the fuck is paying to see somebody do that shit?
Thank you for the glizzy.
Probably a pervert. Somebody like has to be like jacking off, like while they're doing this and just like, oh yeah, let me donate some roses. Like.
Yeah, people do some weird ass shit to make money.
No, but I was bugging though because I was, so, you know, people like, because they like to screen record everything and make little clips out of it. Somebody was recording that girl that I was talking about, Pinky Doll or whatever. So this girl, she has a kid, right? And the kid be like wilding and bugging because he's unattended for 6 to 8 hours a day while his mom is live streaming. So the kid wants attention and will start like acting up, and she'll like break character and like have to go address this nigga real quick. And I'm just like, do you know how like shitty you have to be like, man, yo, kid, shut the fuck up. I'm making $7K right now. Go fucking feed yourself real quick while I go act like an AI. You know what I mean? Like, smell the roses, glizzies. Like, while the kid in the background needing a diaper change, needing some milk, some snacks. fucking, because usually the mom, you know what I'm saying, that's the one that's the caretaker, the one that's gonna be there for you to nurture you and all that shit. But mom's too busy, you know what I mean, like stuffing glizzies, imaginary glizzies for the audience. So it's like, what money will do. But
people cut off their limbs, Jose.
no, I see.
They
Nub City,
limbs.
nigga. Nub City, nigga.
That's the same thing?
That's a kid explaining.
Oh, I seen that.
You don't know what I'm talking about. No. I'll be having it. Who be having it? That might be the movie we be watching sometimes.
Is that what I think it is?
Y'all don't have no TV. We can watch TV.
Y'all don't have a TV,
No. So, you don't hear that. What you hear? What I really hear? Yeah. What I really hear?
he was waiting for this.
Oh, really? What? What I really hear? I really hear. He should be spying on us in the first place. I'm listening to what? I've been listening to y'all too. I have my ear close up to the door. I hear all of this.
That's exactly why I put this in there.
I'm still trying to figure out what you be hearing. So what do you hear? They be playing a surprise for you. I'm trying to hear. I'm trying to understand. What you be hearing?
Yeah, kids are a trip. But have you had any awkward instances? I guess with my nephew.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's a little weird sometimes, but he's a kid. Like kids are exploratory.
Well, no, I guess I just wonder because I mean, like, I've definitely had some instances. Like for example, right? I remember one time I was with my ex-wife before we got married or whatever. We were in my apartment, and this is when we first started dating, and her kid, like, I think he passed out, right? So like he was, you know, in his she had brought like his little like crate or whatever the fuck, so he could like sleep or whatever. So he was sitting there passed out, and she was like, "Yo, trying to get in." And I was like, "What?" I was like, let me just suck that dick real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know that's how shit starts off. You know what I'm saying? You should get a little bit ahead. All right, let me just, you know what I mean? Just try, like, we could be real quiet. We could be real quiet. You sitting there trying to get it in real quick. All of a sudden, before I know it, like, I look up and this nigga looking dead at me, just like. I'm like, nigga, if you don't put your head down, like, go back to sleep.
You see
like,
that?
Nigga, I am getting this nut, nigga. Like, fuck you. Go back to bed. Your mom's getting stuffed for a second. Like, but of course, I would feel bad about it, like, later on. Because
here's a Capri symbol, nigga. My bad. I'm sorry. It's my bad. No,
but
it's cherry flavor.
Shit, even like I remember, like after me and his mom split.
It's kind of slushy, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not cold frozen, but it's like in between frozen. It's good.
I remember one time, like after me and his mom split or whatever. Like, remember when we technically kidnapped him from his grandparents and shit to get her because she wanted him back or whatever. So Chelsea. So we went to her mom's house because her mom had her kid while she was in jail or whatever. So she was trying to take her kid back or whatever. So we take her kid and bounce and fucking, mind you, that was fucking scary. Fucking dealing with those fucking rednecks. But when we get back to the hotel, mind you now, like Jacob was with us. So I gotta edit this. But the kid's with us, and I'm only there for the guts. Like I literally just did this mission to get in the guts. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like it was just like I drove down from PA to Virginia to get some box for my ex. You know what I'm saying? So like the whole thing was to get to the box. Like, remember I said it last week, men will tolerate certain shit to get to the box. If the box is that good, we will do some dumb shit. So fucking, I was in the middle, you know what I mean, trying to get some box, right? And this nigga was there, and she was like, oh, we can't do nothing. He's here, he's awake. And I'm like, I mean, I got my laptop. I could put on YouTube. We could put on some fucking Phoenix and Ferb. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll throw on an episode. I got them shits like already saved in there. Like, we could just straight to Phoenix and Ferb, and as soon as he hear that music, he gonna zone out and I ain't paying no damn mind us.
Was that his show?
Yeah, and fucking sure enough, I popped that laptop up. Put on that Phoenix and Ferb, had that shit like on a playlist where it would just auto keep playing. While I'm sitting there just fucking the shit out of his mom, like right behind him. And like I can see this nigga just like, turn around. Like, I'm over here in doggy, like fucking.
Don't look at me!
Like,
Watch me!
Damn, it's going soft. All right, you gotta get it hard again. But nah, man, like that shit was awkward. Like, but I guess like it's more awkward than when a dog sees you, probably, because I've been in a situation where like the dog watches, and that's just fucking awkward because dogs got them expressive eyes, so they just looking at you into your soul and shit. Just
licking
damn,
ankles. Like, stop it.
You really in that bitch's guts, bro. Like,
it's like salt. What are you guys doing? Looks interesting.
But like, when it's a little child, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they're innocent. They got, you know what I'm saying? That's their mother, their caretaker. And you got her on all fours. Fucking getting railed. Nah, you feel like a villain that day. Like,
I feel like what is it? I forgot what to call it. And protagonist, antagonist. Like the antagonist in their life story and shit.
Hell yeah, yo.
Like, you're the
I know his life was changed.
Bombs and shit. It's like, all right, this nigga became a terrorist because you were fucking his mom.
Nah.
Jonah Hill's ex posted some screenshots.
She posted some more screenshots on Instagram. This date night or text Frankie Muniz night. Excuse me, I'm sitting across from you.
Hey, how much is the runtime so
I'm pretty
far?
interested in texting right now. I'm not doing this again. What, texting Frankie until 2 a.m.? Good, stop it and let's enjoy dinner. Are you seriously telling me what to do? It's not appropriate to be meeting him in the beach at night and always texting him.
I didn't know it was
I'm tired
already
of this controlling behavior, and I'm tired of you liking all Frankie's Instagram pics and the constant Snapchatting him bikini pics. I'm sorry, is it illegal for me to have friends? I don't sleep over at other women's houses or go camping with them alone. Also, you've never sent me a bikini pic. Oh my god, this is insane. So what? We have a slumber party like once a week. I'm not your pet. You also snuck out to a hotel to meet him on Monday, so that makes twice this week.
Kind of sus behavior from Jonah Hill. Sticking out with Frankie Muniz.
No, his girlfriend.
Oh.
So you didn't see about his girlfriend exposing him like in their conversations and shit. All right, so let's give a quick rundown. Right, Jonah Hill was with this chick. They break up. He ends up moving on. The girl that he moves on with, he has a baby with. The second that girl had the baby, X pops up with some screenshots and is like, Jonah Hill's a controlling, abusive guy, right? And essentially posting these conversations that they had where he gives her a list of like, pretty much like, not a compromise, like a ultimatum, like, yo, this is what I ain't fucking with. And if this is what you want to fuck with, cool, but I ain't fucking with you no more. Like, it seemed like a bit extreme because it was shit like, you can't surf with men. Like, she's a professional surfer. So it's like, you can't go out on dates with men other than like to go get coffee or something like that. Like, you can't go on, don't hang out with your hoe friends that you be doing wild shit with.
I mean, that's
like,
I get that.
I mean, yeah, but like to a modern woman, it's fucking misogynistic, controlling, fucking.
In a way, I mean, if you had a friend who was, fucking around bitches, and I tell you, yo, Matt, you can't hang out with that nigga because that nigga, like, that's a little much. That's a little much.
Yeah,
That's
but I can
much.
understand
No,
why.
because
I can understand why.
Yeah,
I can understand. Like, if the person, like, all right, for instance, if I have a whole friend nigga and he a whole friend, I can understand why you wouldn't want me hanging out with this whole friend ass nigga.
It's cool.
You might not think it's cool, but hear me out, okay?
No, add some context. Like, what if y'all did some whole shit together and you know about it? Like, for example, like, let's say that whole friend, y'all are kicking, you know, put you on to some whole shit and now you slipped up. And then, like, and now...
They put you in predicaments or situations that you might not want to jeopardize based on your relationship. So, like, it's not even that the other person that you would do something. It could be literally that they would do something that would get you fucked up.
But I'm saying, like,
if my whole friend could be fucking this dude's
But
fucking
it's like 90 Day
wife.
Fiance and gave it his wife.
No, I'm not saying.
When,
I'm not saying
when she was like,
he's mostly faithful. I'm not saying
no,
that.
but I'm saying it's a situation. It's a similar situation because she didn't want him hanging out with
It
his friend
but
because his friend was a.
But I'm saying the friend could invite danger. Hear me out. This nigga could be fucking somebody's wife. We go hang out with him and the bitch at a club. Say we're all just innocuous. And then I get shot in the face because he's dicking in down his wife.
And you have to like. Well, that's a little.
I'm saying what
Yeah.
I'm saying is your whole friends or your stupid ass decision making friends can end up fucking getting you killed.
Well, I don't think that
a
was
person that cares about you.
Jonah Hill. I don't think that was the worry.
No.
Like,
This
like
is a different kind
no,
of
of course.
context. But I can understand why somebody would be like, "Hey, look, I don't want you to associate with this person that could be a detriment to your life, friend or not. They could chill here, but the way that they're moving could affect us in a way that we wouldn't be."
I think his thing was more of a because they're hoes and he doesn't want her fucking around.
Yeah,
well, he said
dumbass and he's controlling.
and here's the thing, like, it may look that way. It may look like he's a ignorant, controlling dude, but now let's add some context there. If, let's say, shit's already happened that gave him a reason to text out these fucking ultimate. But that's what he did. He was essentially breaking up with her. He was telling her, "Yo, I'm not fucking with you because you do all these things." He found himself a new girl who he was okay with, had a kid with, and then now the ex is coming back and saying, "Nah, look, he's controlling." Well, he's controlling because he wanted you to respect the relationship boundaries. He didn't want you sneaking out to meet up with Frankie Muniz at a hotel, or having beach trips with him at 2 a.m, or sending him pictures of you in bikinis on Snapchats. When you don't even send me them pictures, he bugging for that.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I hate about.
But you can't sit here and blame her friends for that. That's
no,
all
I'm not.
her.
No.
That's all her.
I'm not blaming her friends for that. But at the same time, you know there are whole friends who don't give a fuck about your relationship. So like for example, I had an ex who had a whole friend,
It could feel like a mixture of two things. Like you want to respect that person's freedom, but at the same time, you know that other person doesn't give a fuck about your relationship, and they're gonna influence that person and be like, "Hey, look, it's okay. You go ahead and do that. I'm not gonna say nothing. It's alright." And it's like they almost enable that kind of environment where that could actually happen. Or otherwise, with somebody else or 98.9% of your friends that would never have with this one person, or feel like it would, and that's generally what happens. Like it happens.
Now,
but I can't ultimately hang out with. You know what I'm saying? That's on you. At the same time, I could also say I don't feel comfortable with you fucking hang out with this person because that motherfucker is this, and they don't care about our relationship, our life, whatever. But you want to hang out with them, cool. But then it becomes in the other person, like the person that says that. If the person goes and does that anyway, it'll make them feel like they don't actually care.
But now, do you remember what I was saying last week when I said that men will tolerate, like for example, certain things that I won't deal with and tolerate with, another dude will gladly take that mantle. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is one of those scenarios, right? Like, it's one thing, right? Like, if you got a girl that respects you and actually wants to be with you and make things work out with you, they will go out of their way to make sure that they'll be respectful and like there's boundaries between them and their male friendships, with their female friendships. Yo, nah, I got a man. I ain't down with that. No, chill. But if you got a girl that doesn't absolutely give no fucks and is sitting there trying to essentially gaslight you into making you feel like you're wrong for trying to even tell her that she's tripping and you're insecure and all this other shit, it's like, yo, like,
just be by yourself.
Yeah. And for me, that's the type of shit, the type of time now that I'm on. It's like, yo, like, if you want to be a hoe, be free. You don't have to be with me. This isn't forced. This isn't like, I want you to choose me. But like, if you choose that you want to be free in the world, by all means, go be free. But just don't half-ass it. Don't choose me and then choose the world and expect
the lukewarm shit.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Come
Like,
or not, nigga. One or the other. Can't come with the lukewarm shit. It doesn't work out.
man, any more topics?
I mean, we got hella topics. But
We could.
So this dude has the whole internet in his head.
It's the computer. And then here's the answer through vibrations transmitted through his skull and into his inner ear.
What's the largest city in Bulgaria? And what is the population?
The screen shows how long it takes the computer to read the words that he's saying to himself.
Sofia, 1.21 million. That is correct. You just Googled that.
I did.
You could be an expert in any subject.
Mm-hmm.
You had the entire internet in your head.
That's the idea.
What do you think?
What will you do with the entire internet?
No, wait. No, what did they do to him?
He like had this face piece, and he can Google the answers to questions.
No. Why not just look it up on your phone?
No, he can Google it in his brain with nothing, and it tells him the answer in his ear. He doesn't need a phone.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Say you're trapped somewhere, and they're like, "Hey, how fast do I have to travel this car to not die to get away from this natural disaster?" You would have what those?
No. Yeah, and
Cyberpunk shit.
Yeah, no. I know, but no. That I can only do that in video games. Like that transhumanism shit. It looks and sounds cool, but that shit not cool. Like I said, for every
what's the name? Say you're at a casino and they can make that shit invisible. You can play blackjack and be a billionaire. You wouldn't do it.
No. Full circle. Remember, like I said, for everything that you gain, you lose something of equal value. So while you're sitting here all plugged up to the fucking internet and you can do all these TISM things, that shit's probably cool. But guess what? You're not grounded in reality anymore. Now you're just fucking plugged in and you're not interacting with people no more the way you used to. You're not fucking man.
But when we play video games, is that not any different?
No, it's way different.
You just said we're plugged up. We're not talking to real people in a different reality, and that all of that you do in a video game.
Yeah, but you're not the video game. You're not the cyberware.
You're not the video game either.
Like you're there's on and off where you could just this nigga has like the Elon Musk Neuralink. Like that shit is in there.
I feel like that shit's like how cell phones were back in the day. Like when people had AOL Messenger beepers.
Yeah.
And you're like, you don't need the internet with you all the time. That's ridiculous. You should have to just only go on the internet when you go home. Like, I feel like that's what that is. Like, that's why we're looking at it that way. But like, in the future, it's gonna be like, nigga, like, I don't have to order my Chinese food. I can Google who's close to me without taking my phone.
Of course.
Tell me if I hear the distance, how much it will be, and let me reorder my favorites. Like, it's gonna be.
The more time pass, the more mainstream these things are gonna be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna be commonly. They're gonna be.
Like, what's wrong with a cell phone? You can't have a cell phone. You had to get a little projector out of your head and shit. We didn't need no projectors out here. At our time, we pulled cell phones out and called people like normal. Like that's what I feel like it would be like that.
It's gonna be some weird shit. It's like I said. That's why I say you have to be careful
They got
because
the Apple shit. That Apple fucking this shit's like $3,400.
You don't know.
But it's AR It's the computing without a computer and spatial awareness.
You're just a walking lick for somebody. Somebody is gonna rob you and take that.
Glasses? Hell yeah, nigga.
Like, no, man.
Your shit. Take that's a used car. I'm not putting a used car in my face and calling it a computer.
No.
And somebody come in there and look like a fucking spaceman, and I'm like, yeah, bro. What you doing? I'm watching TV right now. But I can't see it. I know, bro. Like, I'm watching this fucking crazy ass video game with the wall, bro. It looks nuts. Like how? How can we figure that out, but we can't solve like world poverty? Like,
we can. We just choose not to. Like it's
you
just.
can make robots that grow food for homeless people. Like that's the solution. That run out of solar power. How about that? Like that would work out perfect for everybody.
Well, I mean, it could work out. It's just that they're not gonna let it.
Homeless people can shit in the crops and grow us food. You know what I'm saying? There's ways to make them part of the ecosystem.
You know, it reminds me now. Think about it. Westworld, when they were the robots were sitting there like trying to figure out why the humans were doing what they were doing to them. They're like, well, there has to be winners and losers. Like for us to feel like the winners, you have to lose. So we have to be able to do this to you in order to feel right. That's what real life is. So we could fix world hunger. We could fix homelessness and all the things in the world. We just choose not to, so that we can have people to look down on. Like, and I'm not me personally, because if it was up to me, you know what I mean, I would solve world hunger and homelessness. But like the country as a whole chooses instead to bomb fucking the world versus trying to save it. So, you know what I mean? Like that's just the direction that we're in right now, and it's bullshit. But it's capitalism, it's Americanism, it's, you know, like
it's expectedism.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I mean that's why the future is a scary idea. Like, and that's why I think the scarier the world becomes, the more we want to become indrawn and go find somewhere to hide, which is why they'll have this technology. Like, yeah, no, come hide over here, come plug up and fucking, because out there fucking sucks. And it's like, no, fucking let's make out here great, and this like a hobby, something that you like, you know, you casually go in. But when it becomes so fucked up out here that like when people pay rent to have a house in the metaverse, something is fucking wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, I'm that old guy with the cell phone. You know what I mean? So, fucking, I think that's it for today. Y'all got anything, any closing comments and shit?
It's hot, nigga. Protect your ass.
Yeah, yo.
Water.
Stay hydrated. Fucking.
Sunscreen, yeah. Protect your skin too, nigga. Get lotioned up.
Hell yeah.
They learned his lesson.
You fucking right, yo. You fucking son done beat my ass. I feel grounded. Like I ain't even going outside. I don't even want to go outside. I just want to stay in my corner and just heal my butt cheeks real quick. Like
it shouldn't be 90 degrees at 9 o'clock.
No.
But
doesn't even make any fucking sense. Because I gotta sleep with a bucket of ice next to my goddamn head. It's so fucking hot outside. It's crazy.
But yeah.
Even right now, it's like almost 8 o'clock. And that sun is still out there, like
nothing.
Like it was like midday.
Look, nigga, like look, it's mad bright for it being 8 o'clock, nigga. It's mad light out there. Like, what are we doing now?
Oh my god, yeah, it's like almost.
It's literally almost 8 o'clock, and it's fucking like
5:30. Like nothing.
4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's what it feels like fresh out. So just like, yeah, I'm just taking a trip real quick. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hot right now.
It's almost like there's two suns. Like they just one they taking breaks. Like, and the other one just popped like.
It's your turn, bro. Heat it up. I want to burn this bitch down.
He just had his little coffee break. He's like, I'm fresh. I'm good.
Get these rays, nigga. Radiation, nigga.
But yeah, yo. J Kush, Matt K, highly offensive. We in this bitch. Tune in on YouTube, TikTok, like, share, subscribe, the works, support, show us some love. Protect yourselves
Stay away from your
before you
friends.
wreck yourselves. Yeah. Like, trust your guts, yo. Sometimes your gut be telling you some shit and the world's gonna tell you that you wrong and that you crazy. But sometimes your gut be right in the motherfucker, yo. So, like, trust your instincts, yo. Anyways, new highly offensive episode 19. We out, bitches.
You cannot.
Everybody know that I was asking.
It does?
It does.